Hey guys, what's up? Mad Season here, back with another stream for you. What's up, everybody? How's it going today? We're back in the wonderful world of Azeroth. Plan for today, Phase 3 prep. So, let me get on the flight to Ironforge here. I think today I wanted to do a bunch of SOD goodness, Season of Discovery. We have Phase 3 coming in, what was it? 4th of April, if I'm not mistaken. I swear I used to cover this game professionally. We got some stuff to take care of here. I was thinking maybe we could do some profession leveling. We could maybe do some gold farming. What I need to do is clear my bags right now because my bank is full and my bags are full. I gotta go through like all my mail and stuff, so yeah. We'll kind of hang out today, and maybe we might do a react as well. We might, there's a video that people have been linking me like crazy they want me to watch, so we might have a little bit of a watch party going for that. I want to talk about my channels, recent videos, future videos, all that stuff. How's it going tonight, everybody? Or today, rather, I'm sorry. Maximo, McReaper, Xkook, Zanag, Wilson, Jedzy, Zadavox, Tablat, just your average bros, as always. Oh, we might do some alt leveling too, maybe. Get the shaman going or something. Or maybe warrior, I don't know. Z-Neg as well. How are you? Big Mighty, Hyena, how are you? It's Yalk. Volrath as well. Oh, Guster Chiggins, thank you for the tier 2 for 28 months. Thank you so much, man. Knocked Off as well, saw you in here. Wublan, how are you? Blazin'. Let's just have a chill day today. I think I want to do kind of a longer stream. I'll do a longer stream today. Just kind of hang out. What are my audio levels right now? Are we good? Stormwind music not over. Actually, hang on. We got Ironforge music. We're playing Stormwind music. We're in Ironforge, baby. So, I'm not sure if you guys have had a chance to check out the good old YouTube, but we do have a video that released a couple of days ago at this point. Diablo 3 Dumpster Fire. Been talking about it quite a bit on stream. So yeah, go ahead and check that out if you haven't yet. I'm very happy with it. Got lots of great feedback with that one. It's the start of a new series, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be kind of documentary-esque. Documentary of the biggest dumpster fires on social media. So yeah, very happy with it. Hey, what's up, Tim Allen? How's it going? Oh, there's a lot of people here. Lincoln Log says that Blizzard decided to kill my server, Chaos Bolt. Yeah, we saw that. Actually, somebody told me that last stream. They're going to merge it with Crusader Strike. With all the dirty streamers and their followers. Yeah, I saw that video. The video hit YouTube recommended, so yeah, it's doing pretty well. Pretty happy with it. I'm always happy. Well, I'm happy if any video does well, but I'm always happy when non-WoW videos do well. It's still in the Blizzard sphere, but I'm happy when non-WoW videos do well because I have a lot I want to talk about that isn't related to World of Warcraft. I kind of built a bit of a niche for myself, obviously making like 600 WoW videos. It's nice to kind of venture outside of World of Warcraft every now and then with success. So yeah, I figured that would have been a good premiere for the series because it's still within the Blizzard realm. You know what I mean? A lot of people who played World of Warcraft played Diablo 3 as well, I think, at least, or the Diablo series in general. What's up, Kumi? Yes, do you have a clip of your hardcore priest and Zul'Farrak hearthing out by chance? Yep. Go to my, I'm not sure how to navigate Twitch off the top of my head, but go to my page, go to the video tab, I think it is, and there should be a drop down for clips or something. It's there. It's there. That was the one dungeon I did in ZF. That whole hardcore run, people were asking me, do dungeons, you only quest, do dungeons. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to, but I don't have like a group in hardcore. I'd have to pug it, so I mean, it could be dangerous. I would hate to lose my character due to just you know, not to blame it on other people, but I felt like I had nothing to do with that wipe, okay? And I tried my very best. I was pulling out some plays there, okay? I was throwing out some off heals. I threw out a mana pot. I was throwing out some clutch heals there. I was a shadow priest, by the way. I was not the healer in that dungeon. I'll have you know, okay? So none of this is my fault. I wasn't even supposed to work that day. Yeah, I can't believe we made it out of there. Yeah, that absolutely destroyed me. I remember just like wanting to go to bed after that. Count my blessings. Pot effects, what's up, man? Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Hey, QD-chan, how are you? Zatovox, what's up? He asks, will you ever do YouTube or always very long, or YouTube shorts or very long videos? I'm not sure, but it seems I did not plan this at all. But I had always the length of my videos has just sort of naturally increased over time. I'm not exactly sure why. I guess I kind of like making documentary style of videos. I guess that's more appealing to me. I like having like big projects to do. Sometimes, not all the times, but I like having I like working on something for like a couple of weeks. It's a very satisfying feeling working on like a video for like a couple of weeks and then finally finishing it, and I get all excited to show it to everybody and stuff and see how it does and see if people like it or not. Yeah, if you look at my channel, I started off with maybe kind of shorter videos, 5-ish minutes, but over time they've grown exponentially. I guess to answer your question right now, I don't have anything off the top of my head that's shorter. The next video I'm working on right now is something of a Sekiro review slash kind of documentary review hybrid. I don't know, it's weird, it's hard to describe. And that one is going to be around 20 to 30 minutes, so I wouldn't say super short or super long, kind of medium size video there. People want to hear the intro. Yeah, there's a little bit of disappointment with that, with the latest video, with the Diablo 3 one. I will keep my intro. I feel like I'll keep my intro for the WoW videos, because I feel like it kind of, I don't know, fits the WoW videos for sure, but I'm not much of a fan myself of intros on YouTube videos. When I click on a YouTube video, I generally want the person to kind of get to the point within like the first few seconds. I guess I did something of an intro on the Diablo 3 one though, so I don't know. I guess I don't know what I want. And I like making it cinematic, I guess. How do you plan out a video like that, or is it a case of figuring it out as you go? It's planned out and I figure it out as I go. Kind of both. What I do for my videos are, first I'll just write an outline. Just sort of like the bare bones skeleton of the project. I'll do an intro, history of the thing I'm talking about. Usually that's a good place to start. And then I get into the release of the game. The details of the release, what was good, what was bad. Obviously with Diablo 3, there was some good. They nailed it on the action side, but they fumbled it on RPG, in my opinion. And sort of the reaction to that, the response to that. There's a very, very general skeletal structure to my videos, I guess at this point, at least to my documentaries. So I start with that, and I'll sort of just flesh it out. I'll research it, or just draw from my memory, and just fill it out from there, and just get into script writing and stuff. I will say though, the script writing is the hardest process of making videos for me. I get writer's block a lot with script writing, and like the research phase and everything, trying to formulate it and trying to, you know, get it all together in in a way that makes sense and has a good flow. That's tough. That's definitely the toughest part. The actual editing isn't too bad, actually, because I've been doing it for so long. Okay, sorry. I wanted to visit the auction house here. I distract myself easily. So we got this last time. I'm not a melee hunter, though. I'm gonna make any melee hunters kind of mad in chat here, because I got this, but I don't think I'm gonna use it, because I don't think I want to be a melee hunter. Maybe I can like just equip it and go for like a hybrid sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. We got the purple fist weapon from our last Nomer gun. I wanted the gun, damn it. So phase 3 prep, what can we do? First, let's auction and clear our bags. I think I'm going to clear my bags, and then after that I am going to level leatherworking to 225, because the professions will be increased to 300 next phase. So I think that I'm going to be done with Nomer until, or for the rest of this phase. I'm kind of Nomered out at this point. I don't know about you guys. So we'll just kind of do solo play here. Put some black poils on the auction house. To 6, what's up, man? Thank you for the tier 1 for 7 months. Profession mats? Yeah, we could stockpile on those. I'm not sure. I might do some gold farming, but unfortunately my favorite gold farm, Winter Squid, is out. We can no longer get winter squids. Let's see how much these are actually. About a gold 50 each for the cheap. Oh, actually that's not the cheapest. Looks like a gold, a little bit over a gold each. Gold and 1 silver. 1.5 silver, which is pretty good. But they're gonna go way higher though, I think. So I'm gonna hold on to them. Clam meat? Anybody want clam meat? Does this sell for anything? Apparently it does. We'll try, but if it expires, I'm just gonna save it for my pet, I suppose. I'm gonna try to not level through dungeons for the next phase 2. I'll do like dungeons once for the quests. I'll do like a ZF. I'll gather all the ZF quests and then we'll do ZF once. But I don't want to farm ZF or farm SM. I'm probably gonna quest in the world unless I try to do solo dungeons. Maybe I could try to do solo dungeons again. That was pretty fun. Yeah, I feel pretty refreshed with SOD. This whole phase started off on the wrong foot because it took me like 2 weeks to hit level 40 because I had lots of real life stuff go on, so I felt so far behind from the very beginning. Alright, what can we do here? I hoard far too much crap. Like, I want to keep my level 25 set. I'll just vendor it. Whatever. BFD isn't going anywhere. I can farm it at level 60 if I ever want it again, which I doubt I will. This stuff, though, like the copper engineer stuff, I no longer need. Yeah, we need to... I'm just going to clear... This isn't going to be the most exciting gameplay, but I'm just going to clear my bags and auction and stuff. How do you play WoW other than SOD? Asks Podifex. Oh, Podifex, did I thank you for the Prime? Sorry if I missed you, but thank you. I play a little bit of hardcore. We have a level 30 hardcore survival hunter melee only challenge that I've been kind of doing inconsistently. But other than that, that's it. I haven't been doing much hardcore. Whoa, Grace for Days. Thank you for the raid, man. What's up, guys? Here, let me give you a shout out. I did? Okay, good. Sometimes I miss it, so... Grace for Days, thank you so much. How's it going, guys? We just started stream here. Good timing. We're, guys, follow and watch Grace for Days. He's awesome. Yeah, we're doing some phase 3 prep, so I'm just kind of clearing my bags and stuff. We might do some gold farming. I think it's April 4th for the next phase, so we got a few days to get ready for this. I'm just getting rid of like, I got my copper modulators from like forever ago from the launch. Just trying to clean things up on this character. Inflation is like crazy at this point though. Here, look, we showed this off earlier. Look at this crap. Winter squid. I know you can no longer obtain this, but these are going for a gold each. Gold each for a fish. That's crazy. What about eels? So eels are really cheap actually. 7 silver for one. I think these will increase next phase. Because you can turn them into armor pots and stuff. But I don't feel confident enough about that to actually like buy and resell them. Is there are there any good fishing farms right now? Do you guys know of? What's like the most expensive fish? Is it sagefish? Raw sagefish. About 12 silver each. It's a far cry from winter squid. What about oily black mouth? These are about 6 silver each. 7? Yeah, 7 silver each. Is the cheapest. What's the best fishing spot right now? I'm not sure, Varu. I don't actually know. My go-to is winter squid, but that stopped late March there. Firefins? Yeah, I guess those were going for a decent bit. Firefin snappy snaps. I'm going for like a little under 10 silver each, like 8 silver each or something. Wonder where we can farm those. I know you can get these from the open waters. Wonder if it's better to do that or schools. I'm just trying to figure out like a gold farm, a chill gold farm. Greater sagefish. I didn't even know there was a greater sagefish. Ooh, these are 30 silver each. Maybe we try to go for those, huh? Well, we'll figure it out. Let's clear our bags first. Yeah, sell that for 85 copper. I just want to clear space. That's the goal right now. Clear space. Get everything out of my bags. We'll just sell this. Yeah, we'll sell the crafting mats for now. Okay, we'll keep the fabs. We'll keep the marks. We could do some PvP today too, maybe. I don't know. Neglected PvP. Kills Brad for greater sagefish, you think? Killer bees? Yeah, we might check it out. Thank you, guys. How are ya? I'm just gonna take everything BOE. Yeah, the salvage actually sells for a decent bit too. That'll be nice. Wait, why do I have a 10 slot bag here? I can upgrade, right? There we go. And do I really? No, I'm not gonna spend 25 gold on a bank slot. Not yet. Maybe once I get more. Once I get more. What is like? Why do I have an Emberstone staff and a feline mat? Why do I have these things? Wait, a Tuscan helmet. Why do I have this? Obviously, it's been a while since I looked through this crap. Oh, I got some faps in my bags too. Look at that. AB's the best honor grind. I ranked in AB. AB was my favorite battleground because Warsong Gulch in vanilla doesn't have a timer, so Well, you can have long matches in AB. They're at least guaranteed to end, so... Papa, well, thank you. Sometimes we will complain about microtransactions, so prepare yourself for that. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty chill. WoW tokens and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna send this to my rogue. I'm gonna vendor all that. I have to vendor all that. Recipes, just get them out. I don't care if they sell for 8 silver. Get them out of my bags. Heals, whatever. Might be better to hang on to those for next phase. I just want bag space right now. I think that they should add RBGs to SOD. Rated Battlegrounds? I don't know. I'm not sure.
How are you?
I'd have to think about that one. Wait, I never equipped this. What is wrong? Why do I have the meatball poker on? I got this a while ago. There we go. Alright, get rid of that. So, Rated Battlegrounds in vanilla. I know that Rated Battlegrounds are coming to Cataclysm Classic. So, even if they do not get added to vanilla, you will still at least have it. I kind of want to save the string for PvP. Vendor. These ones don't auction at all. They always expire, so vendor that. Rated Battlegrounds. A lot of people ask for Arena as well. Dare I say that maybe part of Vanilla's identity is the fact that PvP isn't rated at all. But, you know, there's been so many changes in SOD, right? SOD is kind of SOD at this point. So, I mean, Vanilla is the base, but they've changed a lot of the things that really make Vanilla, and people are still playing it. As you can see, Ironforge is packed, so... I guess I wouldn't play Rated Battlegrounds personally, but I'm kind of casual filth these days, so... Alright, Dagger... we have to keep our 53-pound grouper, though. That's definitely... Go ahead and hold on to this one. Hey, what up, DJ Zeffy? Shadowprat. We'll auction that. Why do I have raw long jaw mud snappers? Oh, I know, because I was gonna level cooking, but I never did. Venom Strike we can get rid of. I got this, I saved this out of pride because I soloed Wailing Caverns at like level 19 or something. The Arbalist. I think I want to keep the Arbalist, actually. We'll just vendor that for now. Auction that. Anti-Venom I saved for PvP. Ammo pouch. Another Huolin bag. Stitches Femur I have to keep too. I also soloed Stitches at 25, I think. Not that that's a big deal in SOD, really. The green tinted goggles. Why do I have these? Let's get rid of them. Okay, what should we actually bank? The dog whistle, Marks, Winter Squid for sure, because I'm not going to sell it. Oh, I can send this to Dagger as well. This. I will level... Let's just equip this right now, actually. And apply Chimera. And this I will... I believe this is best in slot for this phase, but... This is male, so... I'll just, I'll bank them for now. Control operating manual. Is this like a random ass quest item that I've been holding onto for like forever? Oh, we can turn this in right outside Ironforge too. And this goes to Stormwind. Okay, cool. 37 gold for 9 stacks of Mage Weave cloth. Is Mage Weave really that expensive right now? Maybe we can farm Mage Weave. We could totally do that. Get this out of my bags. We don't have problems with mana anymore, so I don't need that mana food. And the woolen bag, whatever. Should probably just vendor these, but... Okay. We're looking much better. I'm gonna get rid of this crap. I love clearing my bags. It kind of feels like taking a huge dump.
Well met.
Alright, so now that we cleared our bags, let's immediately fill them with all this stuff in the mail. Some fine cheddar from AO Sierra. Reach out to see if you need a permanent 20-man raid slot. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't read this on stream. Maybe. I'm not sure if you're here, AO, but maybe. I'm not sure what's going on in the next phase. I did sign up with a team already, but I don't know their schedule. Because I can only raid probably in late afternoon / evening, so it depends on how that pans out. With Daldir and crew and Wobble. Ran Nomergon with them last stream. So I'll have to see. I'm just gonna auction all of this. Yeah, as you can see, I've been using my mail as like a bank for a while. And it's kind of coming back to bite me in the butt. Well, you know what? I wonder if I need this solid blasting powder for next phase. I bet you I do, but the whoring bronze gizmos we can get rid of. People use this for DMF. Okay. So, wait, why do I have why is my micro adjuster in my mail? That's weird. Mithril tube, unstable trigger. I bet you we need the unstable triggers as well. Okay, so I'll hold on to those. These potions, however, don't even care. Even if they go for 2 copper bid, don't even care. We should convert those into bandages. Wow, yeah, Mage Weave is really expensive. We can farm Mage Weave, maybe. Are people even buying greens at this point, I wonder? I'm sure everybody's just selling greens, not buying greens right now. Okay, I'm still waiting for Addy Bags to break because it's not getting updated anymore, apparently. And okay, and I'm gonna bake this stuff right now. Hey, Patrick Hernandez, what's up? What's your Dragon's Dogma 2 stream the other day? No, I refunded it, Patrick. It was having performance issues, and even on my streaming computer, I was lagging, or the frame rate was low. So I was like, screw this crap. And I know it had like big issues with like microtransactions and stuff, which you know me with that. So it's just, I guess, just not my cup of tea, personally. I'm gonna play Elden Ring instead for my variety game. Okay. I like the actual gameplay. It was It was fun gameplay. I was having a good time with it, but yeah, the performance issues are kind of brought it down for me. Maybe in the future, if they fix it, or if I can catch a sale or something, I'll pick it up. Because it does seem like it could be a fun game. If they just iron out the bugs real quick. Okay. I was gonna sell something else in here. Jades? No. Oh, the Shadow Prod Potion, yes. I'll hold on to this for in case I do raid, which I don't plan on it, but I might, so. And bronze tubes. Wow, these are actually going for a decent bit. Shoutouts to inflation. Microtransactions are weird, not sure why they put them in. It's so funny, like the director or whatever said prior to launch that games with fast travel, or having fast travel in your video game, is a sign that you failed at making traversing the world fun. And then they have in the cash shop like some item that lets you fast travel from anywhere. I mean, it sounds fun for them. If there's swimming in money, sounds fun. I'd have fun with that. I'm completely fine with microtransactions that I personally benefit from, rather. It's my favorite part of the IF song. Yeah, everybody's getting ready for the next phase. I hope Ironforge is still the hub, though. I'm afraid that it won't be because the buff won't drop here anymore. If you go to Darnassus right now, Darnassus is hyper abandoned, which is kind of sad. I remember, speaking of fast travel, that was a big change. Morrowind, if you want to talk about open world RPG fast travel, you got to go back to Bethesda. Morrowind to Oblivion. A lot of I guess maybe you would say anti-adventure changes. In Morrowind, to track your progress with the quest, your character actually wrote it down in a journal, and you'd have to read it and, like, you know, ask townsfolk and stuff. That was replaced with the waypoint system. And also, to fast travel in Morrowind, you had to go to the Sylph Striders, which were only in specific cities, whereas in Oblivion, as long as you discovered an area, you could fast travel to it. Yeah, I think Oblivion kind of lost a lot of its exploration aspect, but on the same page, though, it is optional, right? You don't have to fast travel. I'm not sure if you can turn off waypoints in Oblivion, or if there's like a journal in Oblivion. It's been a very long time since I played it, so yeah, I guess you're not forced to do any of that stuff, right? Okay, bags cleared. Wow, we really put up 2 gold worth of deposits and auctions. That's amazing. So I was thinking I wanted to level leatherworking, and if I'm not mistaken, does that have to happen in Stormwind? Let's see. I don't know if there's a 225 leatherworking trainer in IF. I know where the leatherworking trainer was. I'm not sure why I talked to a guard. So videos I'm working on right now. The Diablo 3 video just hit the channel, as I said, and I got really good feedback with that, so check that out if you haven't yet.
Interesting.
Right now, I am working on... Yeah. I wonder if I should train this stuff. Whatever, we will. Yeah, we gotta do the next leatherworking in Stormwind.
Have a great day now.
Stupid Ironforge. Worst city ever. I'll show you guys some shortcuts though. So I'm working on a Sekiro video We've been doing some variety here on stream. I played through, I have not beaten Sekiro yet. I actually have the last boss remaining and I know I've been lazy. I haven't gone back to kill him. Maybe we'll take care of that tonight. So I'm working on a Sekiro. I want to try to do reviews on my channel. Video game reviews of all sorts. Old games, new games, good games, bad games. And that'll kind of coincide with stream as well, because we'll be playing different games. So maybe we'll finish Sekiro tonight. So I'm working on a review of that, kind of a review / documentary / analysis. I've been kind of debating on making it into an episode of Pandora. I'm kind of torn on this though, because Pandora videos are more kind of on the documentary side than they are on the review side. And the Sekiro video is definitely more of a review. But I'm torn because Pandora videos are so time consuming, and now that I'm streaming again, I don't know if it would be a very long time before I ever do a Pandora video, because they kind of like consume me in a way. I'm very like passionate and intense about Pandora, and when I start an episode, it's like it completely consumes me, and it's like the only thing I care about. So since I'm streaming again, I was thinking of maybe making Pandora's Box less intense and bringing it more into sort of a review side. A little bit of documentary / history, but more into review. But at the same time, Pandora at this point is 4 episodes in, and it kind of has a style and a theme that I don't really want to disrupt. So I don't know. I guess I'm torn on it. It would still be pretty edited, not as intensely edited as current episodes, but it could like kind of transform into my review video or my review series, and it'd be kind of like review / documentary hybrid. I'm not sure. CCP, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Glad you liked it. Don't disrupt the theme, says Montpine. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, if I'm going to disrupt the theme and turn people off to the series, because I'm really happy with it as it stands. The 4 episodes I have made. So yeah, I'm not sure. I might go back to the drawing board on that one. Aside from that, I do have a WoW video planned. That will be released after the Sekiro video. I don't consider myself a WoW channel anymore, really. But I do still like making WoW videos here and there. Every now and then. So I got a WoW video for you guys. I have an MMO video, general MMO commentary. We talk about microtransactions and MMOs. Excuse me. I have a social media video that I have a script written for. My issue right now is I have like 6 scripts fully written, but I can't decide on which ones I want to do. I don't know. I was thinking of maybe hiring an editor. I've talked to you guys about that a couple times here on stream, but I don't know. I've kind of flip-flopped on that too. Very indecisive recently, I found. We're at Old Town for leatherworking. Hey, what's up, Pain Addict? Have you seen the Community Classic Fresh? No, I have not. Is that on Era? I'm assuming. I have seen that in the past where people they form a guild that only invites people who, have made new characters, fresh characters. I did not know that was happening right now, though. Let's see. Too far. We gotta go to Leatherworkers. Deviant Delight. 200 plus people right now. Was a dead economy. Oh, cool.
Help you find something? Safe travels. Need help?
I do kind of feel like the vanilla mood.
What can I do for you?
Whenever or the vanilla
You
itch.
need something?
Whenever I get the vanilla itch, I
What can I do for you?
wait a cotton picking moment. Where's the artisan leather worker? Is the artisan leather worker not in Stormwind? Where did I go for? Is it Darnassus for the artisan leather working?
Well met.
Looking for
Oh
something
gosh, I'm so
specific?
rusty. It's Darnassus. Ah, poop. In my pants. Well, actually, we have our hearth over there, so that's not as big of a deal. Damn it. I should remember this because in 2019 Classic, I made a bunch of alts till 35 for the profession cooldowns, and I made a ton of leather workers for the refined deep rock salt. So I'm surprised I forgot that. I'm playing a hunter. Stefan sucks. Suka says that a hot take vanilla fresh with no changes will die in less than a month. TBH. Do you guys think so?
Good luck, friend.
One thing I've been kind of worried about with vanilla is just kind of oversaturation. Is that the right word? There's so many versions of WoW in general right now. We have, I've said this before, we have Dragonflight, which isn't Classic really, right? Very, very far removed from Classic, but just speaking broadly on WoW as a whole. Dragonflight, Wrath, soon to be Kata, it's 2. Season of Discovery, Hardcore, Era. 5 versions of WoW out right now. So like a fresh vanilla, I wonder if maybe... Can you ever have too much vanilla? Is that possible? I don't know. Think Range Hunter will be any good in Phase 3? Ask Kelmy. I hope so. Been a little bit salty that melee has been the go-to. I'm like the last ranged hunter. I'm the last marksmanship hunter standing, it seems. Even if melee is better, I hope that marksmanship is good. I think marksmanship was like second to last this phase, from what I'm to understand. But them's the breaks sometimes. Just the way it goes. Winslov, thank you, man, for the tier 1 for 7 months. JB says 1 fresh PvP and 1 fresh PvE. You think so? Stain says, think it's a good thing since if Classic Andes don't like SOD, they got Orcata, they can go to Era. Yeah, there is a vanilla version up. Me personally, I've been kind of bouncing between SOD and Hardcore. That's enough for me. So we're gonna train leatherworking to 225-ish. I'm gonna pull up a profession guide. My intuition, leatherworking. At 150, right? Yeah. Okay, we gotta make heavy leathers with medium leathers. And, well, actually, I should check my druid because I might have some leatherworking stuff on him. Heavy leather balls as well. Wait, you gotta buy a pattern? Oh no, that's for the heavy leather ball. Okay. Cured heavy hides. Okay, pretty simple. We need a lot of heavy leather. Just a poop ton of heavy leather and some thick leather too. Alright, sounds good. Oh, it's marksmanship hunters in PvP. Yeah, I feel like in PvP, their Hunter's always going to be good. Any like ranged kiting class like Hunter will always be pretty decent. I feel like, not that I've PvP'd much in SOD, but I feel like almost things are maybe a little bit too bursty. I know vanilla is kind of bursty in by nature, but I feel like SOD PvP is extra bursty compared to OG vanilla. They've done a few things to address this. They've just straight up reduced damage dealt in battlegrounds here and there, but I think maybe not enough. I think maybe a little bit too bursty right now. Hey Leroy, thank you for the tier 1 man for 4 months. Appreciate that. Leatherworker trainer is over there, I think, right? Let's ask a guard. I'm gonna get lost. Leatherworking. Yeah. Oh, did they increase HP in PvP? I didn't even know that. That's how little I've PvP'd in SOD here. Yeah, I hope I can get off to the right foot in this phase and kind of keep up with everyone. Artisan, there we go. Wait, why is everything gray? Oh, I see. Haha. So, of course, we're in the city with the longest run from the auction house to the mailbox. Of course, it works out that way. Just have to do big shopping sprees. So we're 150 on the dot, right? Yeah. So we're gonna want medium leather, right? Buy a couple stacks of medium leather. Yeah, see how empty Darnassus is? It's kind of sad. Well, at least medium leather's cheap. Okay. Heavy hide. We might watch a video together if you guys want. One that people have been linking me for a long time now. We might do that in a moment, in fact. You guys want to have a video watch party? Heavy hide. I think that's all I want. Let's spend all of our money, baby. I bet you heavy leather is going to be annoyingly expensive. Alright, heavy leather. Oh no, that's okay, good. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. How much of this do we need? So 75, 155, 195. Sorry, I gotta do math in my own head here. 195. 195, so 10 stacks. One. Damn it. Somebody bought all this. You're pooping on my face right now. How dare you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna buy everything right now so I don't have to keep going back and forth. 25. Plus, so I need to get to 225. Need to make 20 of those. So 25 plus 100 is 125. Okay. Probably mathed that out wrong, but it's all good. Barney Scarab Lord series? No, it's a video by a content creator who I do not know. Well, Blizzard is worse than you thought or something. I think it's made its rounds throughout the React world. So as usual, I'm late to the party. But as you guys know, I'm fashionably late. Gregorian, thank you for the prime. We reacted to our own video. I have done reactions in the past. Controversial content. I know a lot of people hate reactions, but I feel like I've started off pretty respectfully. I reacted to Pandora, and I think I did another one of my own videos, which I can't remember right now. I might, I was thinking of repurposing my alternate channel, MadSeasonShow, into an upload of playthroughs of variety games on this stream, as well as reactions. MadSeasonShow is kind of like my dumping ground for content that I feel isn't worthy of MadSeasonShow, so you guys can have all my toxic waste on that channel if you want. Okay. Well, we should go to the trainer, actually. I also have to use the bathroom, so I might start a big craft, and then I might go make a big crap. There's an alternate channel. Yeah, search MadSeasonShow on YouTube. I've kind of restarted it and re-abandoned it several times. Mainly just due to time issues, not being able to dedicate to two channels, but playthroughs and stuff, if I'm going to be doing those anyways, and reactions obviously is not really the highest effort content out there, no offense to any React streamers. It's something that wouldn't really take a lot of time, so
Feel free to browse.
yep, the Elden Ring series is also there too. If you guys so I have a Dark Souls 1 play and also an Elden Ring half-finished play. If you go to the playlist section there, you'll see them, but they're unlisted because I'm gonna repurpose it. I actually changed the icon and some of the art and stuff a couple days ago, and I edited my react to the Phase 3 news. So yeah, maybe after stream today I'll get to that. I kind of want to upload another video like telling people about that though on the alternate channel, so I don't catch them off guard. Okay, we need to make 5 of these. Well, we need 5 skill ups. Face reveal? Probably not. I talked about this a few times, but I feel like the fact that I haven't showed my face is ironically enough kind of a part of my identity. I know that there's a lot of people out there who prefer no face cam streamers / YouTube channels. So I feel like at this point, going 10 years, it'd be a pretty jarring change for people. We're classic Andys, all right? No changes. No changes. Cured heavy hide. We need salt. No, there's no shortage of that. There's enough salt for everybody. Where's the supplies? This guy.
Be careful.
Feel free to browse.
Yeah, it's a very different vibe, no face cam. I like to think that maybe it's more chill, which maybe meshes well with my voice, hopefully. Okay, we need to make 20 of these. Hopefully this craft takes a long time. Oh, I don't know if this is enough time to go poop. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, you guys. I'll be right back. Give me a moment. Enough time to go poop. Okay, sorry, I was pulling up my stream there. That's what you heard. Alright. I speedrun bowel movements. Don't you worry about it. We wash your hands. It's all good. But no face cam. I was actually thinking this might be a decent video subject. Not just speaking about me personally, but more broadly. Speaking about no face cam on social media. Hang on, let me queue up what I'll finish my thought in a moment. I just want to start making 15 heavy armor kits. And for this we need 15 fine threads. So what about a VTuber? I feel so VTubing, hang on. VTubing is more of a kind of a recent popular thing, or has recently became popular. But I started making videos in 2014, and I always kind of used my avatar in the videos. Like I started off with like a wave and stuff. Am I the first VTuber, you guys? Maybe I was the prototype VTuber. I feel like I am kind of like a VTuber in a way. I had at one point commissioned somebody to make me a custom Mad Season VTube model that I was gonna mess around with, but that kind of fell through. They just got flooded with commissions, I think, and I never heard back from them. So I haven't followed up with that. But it would be kind of a unique. It would look like Lil Mads. Look like my little Lil Mads guy. The Annoying Orange was first. Oh God. Yeah, I'm a PNG tuber. There you go. But no, not knowing what somebody looks like on social media. So when YouTube was first launched, this is even before the days of streaming. YouTube I think YouTube like launched in 2006, but it was a dating website. People started uploading videos sometime after that. Of course we didn't get to 180. Son of a... Now I think I'm gonna be short on mats. Come on. Oh my god. But it when people like first started making channels, it was quite common actually to not know what they looked like. I think actually one of the first channels to sort of popularize face cams was like PewDiePie playing scary games, because obviously seeing a visual reaction to somebody getting scared is more entertaining. And the meta just, I don't know, maybe it just has to do with technology becoming better, software becoming better, but over time, more and more people started using face cams to the point to where I feel like today it's more rare to not know what somebody looks like on social media, at least for like large channels, right? I feel like at a certain point, most channels, they do a face cam at some point, because I think face cams kind of help for viewer retention. Having a beautiful visage to gaze your eyes upon. So I guess for me, I kind of like representing old school social media / YouTube in a way, right? You guys know my love for old things. Obviously, the game we're playing right now, Vanilla WoW. I always remember this. Everything in the past was better than everything in the future, okay? So we're just constantly on this downhill spiral. But no, I feel like I kind of like I'm sort of like holding the line, because there are people, many of you guys watching, there are people who prefer no face cam, right? So, you know, I think considering that, with the fact that I haven't done it for I guess 10 years now, I feel like it just makes sense for me personally. But just know, okay, I am just devilishly handsome. All right, devilishly handsome. My mom says so. And yeah, if you guys saw my beautiful face and body, you would just immediately fall in love with me. And I don't want to break anybody's hearts, you know. All right, what do we need for this? We need 10 of these. So we need Svansig fine thread. I'm gonna have to go to the auction house again since I failed some skill ups here. Oh, I had, okay, sorry, I got the AFK on my screen. Sorry about that, thank you. Yeah, I'm devilishly handsome, okay? Don't you guys worry about me. I do alright for myself. Yeah, an anvil jaw. That's why, I mean, just look at my helmet, right? My face is actually the shape of my helmet. So I do have an anvil jaw. I also have an anvil face as well, in general. Very pointy face. You guys have seen parts of my body, actually, on my YouTube channel. You saw my arm. You saw me, you saw my my form in the Mad Season outfit on my return video. You've seen some hints here and there. I'm not completely anonymous. Part of that just ties into as well my my fondness, I guess you could say, of anonymity. I feel like that's important, especially today in social media. It's harder and harder to be anonymous in social media, and I value that. I said this before, I never made a Facebook, never made a MySpace, never made any social media accounts aside from my YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, which is dedicated to my channel and stuff. What if you had the helmet IRL? I do have it, and underneath the helmet is another helmet. Yeah, I want to, so no, I don't ever plan on retiring because I love what I do. But I want my YouTube channel to be set up in such a way to where if I ever, or Twitch and whatever, if I ever want to walk away from it, like I can. There's a lot of people who have and this, granted, this is for like the very popular channels, but there are people out there who have lost that ability because they gave up their anonymity. Typically the more controversial people, like I'm going to say here, Wings of Redemption, Some of you guys might be aware of him. Very, very controversial figure within the world of social media. And he's at the point where I feel like he's kind of trapped. If he ever willingly wanted to walk away from social media, the amount of people who harass him would never let him. Like he's tried to, I believe he's tried to walk away from social media. He got a job with Uber, doing Uber deliveries, and then people on the internet got him fired from his job at Uber. That's the price. That's one of the risks you take with losing your anonymity. It can be scary. Fruit Panda, what's up, man? Saw your new video. Holds a very special place in your heart. It's really great to see it on your channel. Thank you. I mean, I love Diablo as well. I've said a few times before on stream, I didn't start with WoW. I started with Diablo 3, actually. I was streaming Reaper of Souls. I actually, I'm not sure if this came across in the video. Probably not. Hopefully it did, but I actually don't hate Diablo 3 in its current form. If I have friends playing like the new seasons, I'll check out the seasons for like a week or two until I get my best in slot-ish. Get to where I want to get with greater rifts and whatever, and I'll lose interest pretty quickly. But Diablo 3 in its current form is just kind of like, I liken it to like the fast food of ARPGs. It's a total dopamine treadmill, but it'll keep my attention for a little while on new seasons, and I feel like I got my money's worth out of it when everything's said and done. Hey, what's up, Magnata? Same to you, thank you. You're hopping on Project Diablo 2? There's a new season starting soon. The next RPG I was going to play was actually going to be Last Epoch. Or Epic. Epoch. I don't know how to say that word. You guys have told me before, but I forget. I think you said Epic. Last Epic. Because I hear that one's pretty good. And aside from that, I wanted to do PoE 2 whenever that becomes a thing. Because that one looks really, really cool. Let's see. $190. Guardian gloves are next. 10 of them, right? Yeah, 10.
How may I help?
Oh, I've spent so much money.
Farewell. My goods are of the highest quality.
If you count all the views to all the React videos to your content, do you think you have more views than any other streamer? I would be surprised. There's some pretty big streamers out there. There's streamers out there, they put out a video and it gets like millions of views within a few days. I'd be surprised. It seems that my videos are good React content though. I think maybe it's the yin yang. You have like an extremely monotone voice and people can like pause and inject some life into the video or something. Oh, there's something about my videos that are attractive to Reacts, because yeah, a lot of people react to them, and I'm fine with Reacts actually. People have asked me before if they can react to my videos, and I always say I give everybody permission to, and just link the original somewhere on your video. I think that's common courtesy, but yeah, other than that, have a field day. I finished the story in last Epic a couple of weeks ago, says PV Wolf, but other games have grabbed me since. Yeah, I know what it's like. I get very easily distracted myself with other games. That's why I haven't finished Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring yet. I go through, yeah, maybe my attention span is could use some work. Your thoughts on recent sub numbers at Squishy Ego? I'm not sure, or Squishy Ego, I'm sorry. I have not seen the actual video yet. I hear that it's better than what people thought it would be. I also hear that Classic has basically saved WoW. And I guess I'll say from that, I feel pretty vindicated because, you know, I spent years on YouTube and here on Twitch listening to people tell me that Classic is all rose-colored goggles and nobody ever wants to play it. You guys remember the wall of no that people would post on the forums whenever somebody wanted vanilla servers? So I feel pretty vindicated, I guess. And I'm sure, again, all those people are like on social media now saying how wrong they were. But yeah. Bring those thick armor kits we need to do next.
May the stars guide you.
He said, Fruit Panda says you reach your topics well, so there's always something to talk about. Well, thank you. I did actually have an error in my last one that was a little bit embarrassing. Some stuff does slide past me here and there. Every now and then it'll get past me. Is this where I need to buy stuff again? Wait, what did we just make? Guardian gloves. No, we need thick armor kits. Here we go. Thick armor kits. Here we go. Right here. We need to make 5 of them. It was Brevik. I said Brevik joined North, which is incorrect. Well, I knew he was part of Condor, and I didn't know the development name. I knew he made his dev team, and then Blizzard acquired him. It was really just poorly worded on my part. Because I said he technically he did join Blizzard, but it was he and his team. But I gave the impression that Blizzard North was a thing that he joined beforehand. It was poorly worded, which is an error. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Fuck you, losers. How dare you criticize me? Joking, by the way. Joking. You'll understand the reference if you watch the video, okay? Oh, Kalina. Kalina, thank you for the tier 1 for 13 months. I'm sorry, this was 18 minutes ago. I hope you're still here, Kalina. Thank you so much. Sasuol, it says, hi everyone. Wunderschönen guten Abend. Guten Abend, Sasuol. Wie geht's? Dankeschön. Sie sind sehr nett. Danke. Where do we at? 205. Okay. Nightscape headband.
Goddess, watch over you. Can I assist you?
And then we will be at 225. Obviously, so we need 20 of these. 20. So 40 silken threads. These are what are really killing me here. These vendor items. Ooh, this is going to take a long time. I think Jay Wilson still works at Blizzard. I believe after Diablo 3 he moved on to other projects from Blizzard, and then I think he later left Blizzard, and I thought that he left the gaming industry entirely at some point. I'm not sure what he's up to today. I saw a more recent interview. He was talking about just game dev in general, so maybe he's doing interviews and podcasts and stuff. Feed your pet. Oh gosh, I don't know if I have any meat in my inventory to feed him. Here, we should dismiss him before he gets mega unhappy. I'm a bad pet owner. Audiobook of WoW Facts. It'll be enjoyable and help you sleep, says Poppy. Maybe. I like audiobooks. Audiobooks would be fun. I watched the Blizzard video just talked about today. Do you guys want to watch that after we get leatherworking to 225? I could pull it up. We're gonna double the mistake? I don't know. We'll have to take that mistake. Double it. Hallo. Guten Abend, Smasher. Just ganged up by a bunch of retail freaks because I said that classic was better. Yeah, well, I mean, it's people get intense about it, right? Trust me, I have my personal experience with that. Especially MMOs. There's a lot of tribalism within the MMO community. People treat it like a religion. Absolutely, because I mean, it is. It's like a second life, right? With the amount of time you put into MMOs, when people are defending MMOs, a lot of the times they're not defending the MMO. They're defending their decision to put so much time and sometimes money into it. So if you say something that they've invested hundreds of thousands of hours and thousands of dollars into, of course you're going to get an emotional reaction out of that. That's my personal theory. I think it's rooted in addiction. I think it's rooted in insecurity. The more tribalistic people are. I can't believe the console wars are still a thing. Speaking of which, I don't know. I was farting around on Twitter, or X, I suppose, a few days ago, and I happened upon an account that was just like, maybe this is a lone wolf or something, but they were so like intense on Xbox versus Nintendo versus PlayStation still, and like just super toxic. Like just completely obsessed with the console war. Like they have like their little names and stuff. I think Xbox people were called Xbots. They're bots, NPCs, incapable of thinking for themselves. That's why they like bad consoles or something. I don't know. I thought that whole dynamic was stupid 20 years ago. I can't believe that's still going on. Rafter, thank you, man, for the tier 1 for 10 months. They had like, he was a PlayStation guy. He had a name for PlayStation people. What's like, they have their little names and stuff. You speak German? Ein bisschen, Smasher. Ein bisschen. Nicht so gut. I know very little German. Not enough to certainly hold a convo. I could like ask where the toilet is though. The important stuff. N64 gang. Maybe I think I was just spoiled because I have siblings, and my older brother and we kind of double teamed our birthdays and Christmases, and we would coordinate so we had every console. So like I would get the N64 on my birthday, then he'd get the PlayStation on his birthday. So yeah, growing up we had not all the consoles but a lot of them, so I never found a reason to be tribalistic. Very lucky kid. Shoutouts to mom and dad season. I knew German as American. I took Intro to German as one of my electives in college, and I really liked it. I actually took a follow-up class, optional, for no reason other than to learn more. But after that, I kind of fell out of it. I've retained a little bit of it, but not enough to be fluent in it. But I do want to I want to pursue that someday and maybe become fluent in Deutsch. That's one of the best ways to keep your mind healthy and active, I hear, is to become bilingual or multilingual. What was your major? Computer science. But shortly after finishing my degree, I started making videos, and I found that I enjoyed video editing way more than coding and programming. And eventually the channel grew to a point to where I was able to do that as my main thing. So But I feel like even though I didn't really do much with my degree, I feel like I did kind of hone my problem solving skills. Computer scientists are really good problem solvers. And I take a very kind of logical, Vulcan-like approach to formatting my videos, which I also attribute to computer science. Just kind of making them systematic in a way. We're actually talking about that a little bit earlier in stream. My brother's a computer scientist as well, so. Hey, what up, Wex? How long you planning to stream now? I kind of wanted to do a longer stream today. I didn't stream yesterday, so I kind of want to make up for that fact. I do also have a video though I'm working on, so I wanna get some time in on that before bed. We'll do at least a couple more hours, I'd say, but maybe more. Wow, these are some complex headbands. They take quite a while to craft. Yeah, I'm really happy with how that video is going. Lots of really good feedback on that, which is nice. I like. I'm happy with every video I put out, but I'm happy especially when I see like non-WoW stuff do well. It gives me more confidence to kind of venture outside of the realm of WoW, which I've been kind of yearning to do recently. But no, thank you guys for. A lot of you guys have came in to share your feedback with that. Generally, it's really positive. Thank you for watching it. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you for supporting me. What happened with the unregistered Hypercam 1? I don't know. That's one of the biggest mysteries of our world, I feel. Whatever did happen to unregistered Hypercam 1 or TeamSpeak 1, right? Thank you, X. You guys should compliment me more. I love compliments. Papa as well, thank you. Oh, maybe it was registered. Maybe everybody just registered Hypercam 1, so there was no watermark to ever be found. I think you got it. So, April 4th for Phase 3. April 4th. New raid equals Sunken Temple, 20-man. People already forming their groups for that. We have STV event being updated. That's the PvP zone. They're up there. There's no new one, I don't think. They're just updating that. We have the Nightmare portals, which is going to be a way to get gear and level. New reputation tied to that. New profession recipes, kind of standard stuff from what you've seen from SOD so far. Too soon, says Akutsa. I guess for me, I'm fine with it. I've felt behind all this phase because I had lots of real life stuff go on, so I've kind of been trying to play catch up, but I feel like I've kind of gotten my fill of Gnomrigon and the STV PvP. I feel like I'm personally ready for the next phase. I haven't really done much alt stuff. I feel like it's fine. I have heard some people say it's a little too quick. It was definitely faster than Phase 1 to Phase 2. I think maybe by like a week or so. I've actually played the history of WoW just to get to sleep. Yeah, I've actually, my longer videos, Wolf, People have said it's a good sleep aid. It just like I said. So in the Diablo 4 video, I cautioned allowing confidence to lead to hubris, and the importance of community feedback. I think that's especially true within the world of video editing. Feedback from you guys have led to some of the best changes with my channel. I've said before, my videos used to not have music, and I got a really toxic comment. Somebody told me to KMS because my voice is so boring and I need to put background music in my videos. That person I promptly banned, of course, but I was able to kind of put my ego aside and think, well, okay, well, maybe it's very toxic, but maybe there's something to that. And from that point forward, I put music in my videos, and today people say it's like the best part of my videos is the music, the composition of the music. That video in particular, by the way, was my Things Missing from Warlords of Draenor video from so long ago. Best IRL Cat, thank you for the Prime for 5 months. Appreciate that. And what's up, Rocket Bob? How's it going? But not only that, a lot of people have, in more of a constructive, wholesome way, have, you know, obviously, since I started making videos, the monotoneness of my voice has been pretty frequently commented on. But on the same time, there's been a lot of you guys who say, so there's been like pressure to put artificial energy into my voice from those comments, but at the same time, there's a lot of you guys out there who say that you really like my voice as it is. So I've just kept it and stayed true to myself.
I am honored.
That's also from feedback. Some of my videos, some of my best videos came from suggestions from you guys. My famous, infamous player list came from a suggestion from somebody. So yeah, feedback, super important to be able to put your ego aside and take on suggestions and to never be satisfied. Never fake it. Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another video for you. We're just getting some Phase 3 prep ready. You guys see that new video that's released? Oh my god, I am so excited for Phase 3 World of Warcraft. Can we get some poggers in the chat? Smash that like button. Whoa. That wasn't a shot at Peo, by the way. I said poggers in the chat. That wasn't... I love Peo. I wasn't referencing Peo there, okay? Please don't cancel me. I'm a very big believer. I gotta be careful how I say this because I don't want to hate on other channels. If there's really energetic channels out there that are great, right? So don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like some streams or videos, they take so much energy to watch. I feel like the more excited and intense the person is, the more energy it takes to listen to them. So maybe I think it's nice to have sort of the opposite end of the spectrum, to kind of have the, you know, the deadpan people as well. Okay, 225, sweet. Okay, good. You guys want to watch a video? We'll do more Phase 3 prep. However, I kind of want to switch things up. People have been asking me to watch a video. This one has made its rounds through React content. Let me load it up here. I'm sure I could just find it from a YouTube search.
Hi everyone.
Oh, it's loaded up my old Phase 3 prep video. That's weird. So Blizzard is worse than you thought. In fact, the second autocomplete on searches is reaction. That's funny. Okay, so let me load this up. One second. Yeah, Quaft, I agree. Always, I'll tell you guys the most appealing trait in social media is authenticity, I feel. People underestimate that. At least that's what I look for in channels. I get turned off very easily by channels who are, by people who I feel are like trying too hard. They're like really, really trying to, I don't know, is try hard the right word? But I kind of gravitate towards people who are just themselves hanging out and having fun. Okay, so give me a moment. I'm a boomer. Technology frightens and confuses me, so this takes me a while. Here we go. So this is, people have been linking me this like crazy. Blizzard is worse than you thought. Somebody else made a critical Blizzard video other than me. I'm not the only person who does it. This is by the channel Big Boss. I'm gonna go ahead and link this to you guys right now. Suggest you, if you like what you're about to see, to check out his channel. Sorry about the flashbang. By the Big Boss channel. Let me go full screen here. This is Blizzard is worse than you thought. Let's see what we have in store here.
The year is 2023, and a once...
sorry, one sec. I'm muting my WoW sound effects. I didn't mean to debate you there. Here, let me do this in case I upload this. All right.
The year is 2023, and a once beloved game developer's reputation is in absolute freefall.
Pause, champ. True. 2021 actually was when it. When did it start? You could maybe say like the first sign would have been like Cataclysm, but I feel like maybe that's too early. 2012 was Diablo 3. That was pretty controversial, but maybe not enough. I would say maybe things really started to get bad. BFA. Draenor was pretty bad, but consistently bad throughout the company as a whole. I would say maybe truly started in BFA into Shadowlands, and then of course you have the lawsuit, you have Warcraft 3 Reforged. I don't know, I feel like that's debatable, but yeah, certainly by 2023, oof, looks like we got some cube crawling down here in the lower quadrant of this video.
What was at one point probably the highest rated developer in the industry,
Yep.
a studio that pumped out classic after classic, has now become the
They were the From Software.
incomprehensible horror.
Oh god.
Corporate greed,
You guys have phones?
broken promises, botched releases, stolen breast milk. This is the story of Blizzard Entertainment.
Oh, so just the general Blizzard document. Okay. Yeah, Blizzard of the yesteryear, for the Zoomers in chat here, was the From Software of today. From Software is revered today. That's what Blizzard used to be. It didn't matter. They could have made a game about a walking turd. People would have bought it. Never played an RTS before? StarCraft 2 comes out? Yeah, you're playing it. Never played an ARPG? Diablo 3 comes out? Yeah, you're buying it. Come on, it's Blizzard. How could it possibly be bad? But yeah, as you'll see, I'm sure in this video, through a series of questionable decisions and releases, that's changed. And a lot of the times people look at their games at the exact opposite now. Pessimism. Not optimism, pessimism. Early
The year is
Blizzard.
1991, and three guys have just graduated from the
Synapse,
University of California.
Synapse
Alan
and...
Adams, Michael Morhaime, and Frank Pierce.
we'll see, I'm sure.
They get together to create a game development studio in Irvine called
Oh,
Silicon
it looks so
and
young.
Synapse.
There you go, Silicon and
The name
Synapse,
is
that's it.
deeply philosophical and well thought out, with Silicon representing the building block of a computer, and Synapse the building block of a brain.
True. That is
However,
actually a good
people
name.
keep mistaking the silicon part for the material in breast implants. Anyway, they spent the first few years porting games to different systems, but soon begin producing their own original games.
True,
With the
that's
Lost
actually
Viking-
how they met with Breivik. They were porting like an Avengers a Marvel fighting game, a Street Fighter clone essentially. They did the Super Nintendo version, and Brevik and his team Condor did the Sega Genesis version, and they were actually so similar that they teamed up from that point. I think they're like, hey, we share some similar design interests. I think maybe we make a good team, and then from that they came Diablo.
In 1992 and Rock and Roll Racing in 1993. Eventually, they get sick of constantly being mixed up with women's breasts, so they decide to switch things up, changing their name to Chaos Studios. However, a company based in Florida already has the trademark, and they're now asking for $100,000.
Yeah, there's no way that's not taken. That's like putting Bob on a 2-year-old server in World of Warcraft and expecting it to not be taken. How's our volume, by the way? Are we okay?
They then decide to change the studio's name to Ogre Studios.
Ogre.
But in 1994, they're acquired by a holding company for a few $1 million. And turns out, their new owners aren't a fan of the new name.
I didn't know about the Ogre Studios.
So they flip through a dictionary. And, oh my god, there it is.
Blizzard.
In 1994,
So
Blizzard
Legend was
releases their
born.
first self-published title. A real-time
Little louder?
game
I'll give you guys a
Warcraft,
smidge.
Orcs and Humans. And it's an instant success.
Yeah.
It's one of the earliest real-time strategy games
Yep.
to hit shelves, and it's a blast. It also has a modem and LAN multiplayer, meaning people can get together and go ham. And the game does well, selling
It did very
100,000
well.
copies in the first year.
So
For the first-
I think this is 1994. Keep in mind that PCs, just to put this into perspective, PCs were not a common household product. I would say that PCs started to really become common in the average everyday household, like in maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. And even then, it was like the family computer. You all had to share it. Your dad would like knock you off to check his email, and the computer would be really slow because it was inundated with viruses because somebody was watching pornography. I'm not sure who, but somebody was watching copious amounts of pornography on it. And now it's all slow and crap. So 100,000 in 1994 is insane. It's ginormous. And to put you into perspective, a little aside here for MMOs, the most subscribed MMO, at least for NA, not counting Asia, Eastern MMOs, was EverQuest at 10,000. 10,000 was the most subscribed MMO in 1999. So I'm just trying to put into perspective how much 100,000 is.
Time, Blizzard Entertainment is profitable. They follow it up with Warcraft 2 in 1995. It's another home run. Critically acclaimed, and now selling over 1 million copies in its first year.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's now 1996.
Insanity.
And a company called Condor Games
There it is, yep.
looking for a publisher for their nearly complete game.
There it is.
Diablo.
Hey,
Blizzard has a little look, and they like.
good timing with my
So they
Diablo
buy
video.
them and rename them Blizzard North. It's also at this point that Blizzard notices something. Warcraft 2 had picked up a lasting online player base, mostly through third-party networks that connected players over this magic.
And so Battle.net was created, right?
So they decide to make their own, Battle.net.
There you go.
Its original functionality is very simple, with the ability for players to chat to each other and search for a match. But on December 31st, 1996, it launches alongside Diablo,
There you go.
and people log on and play.
Hey,
Diablo is a massive hit, also selling over 1 million copies within its first year. In 1998, Blizzard launches StarCraft, an RTS set in space. It sells bigly and quickly grows a massive esports scene.
so at this point, they're mainly RTS. We have a little bit of ARPG. Obviously, in 2004, we're going to have some MMO RPG. My introduction, if you're curious, to Blizzard games, World of Warcraft was the first one I played. Actually, I started with WoW, and then I loved WoW so much, I checked out their other games. I played Warcraft, I played Diablo. StarCraft 1, I did not play it. I started with StarCraft 2. So
Diablo 2
I was
launches
a console peasant for a long time.
in 2000, another smash hit. It reaches almost 3 million sales by the end of the year, becoming the fastest selling PC game of all time.
Yep.
In 2002, Warcraft is back, and now it has an extra dimension. Warcraft 3 sells 1 million units in just 1 month, immediately becoming the new fastest selling PC game.
Yeah, it's
It
like,
also
I mean,
released-
this still continues today. They like break their own records all the time. The only exception is, so I mean, like with how poorly people look back to BFA, Shadowlands, and everything. Legion broke Draenor's record. BFA broke Legion's record. Shadowlands broke BFA's record. It seems, since we're talking about Blizzard's reputation now, it seems like maybe that has finally caught up to them, as Dragonflight did not break Shadowlands' record. But you see early on here just how much confidence people had in their games. They would break records like crazy. I have such a love-hate relationship with Blizzard, says Hudson. Yeah, a lot of people do. It's kind of like a ex-girlfriend situation. I feel like that's how some people look at Blizzard games, because they used to love them. They used to treat Blizzard games as a religion, and then to see the transformation.
Campaign editor,
Well, you'll see in the video, I'm
spawns
sure.
a series of popular mods
Stop
like
pausing
Defense
so
of the
much.
Ancients. And after its expansion in 2003, it's all hands on deck for Blizzard's next project.
Yep.
The year is 2004,
Mm-hmm.
and Blizzard is getting ready to release
damn.
its biggest game yet. They'd seen how big MMOs like EverQuest were getting, and thought they'd try their hand.
Yep.
And after $60
The rise of the
million
MMO.
and 5 years of work, it's finally nearing release. And in November 2004, World of Warcraft launches.
Very
And it takes the world
controversially.
by storm, smashing even Blizzard's forecasts. There are
Very controversially, by the way, with how successful the Warcraft RTS series was at this point. When they announced World of Warcraft in 2004, the core Blizzard fan base did not react well. MMOs at this point were so niche. Again, earlier I said, so they sold 1 million copies, right? For the most subscribed MMO in 1999 was 10,000. MMOs were such a niche genre. Nobody figured out the formula, and they didn't really take off. So just put yourself in 2004 culture here. You have this developer who made wildly popular RTS games, action RPG with Diablo, making a game in what people consider to be a dead, pretty much a dead genre. Yeah, people were they were not happy about the announcement of WoW, but as you'll see, they kind of were wrong.
so
At
many
least at
players
first.
trying to log on in the first week that their servers have a
Yeah, they're waiting for
complete
Warcraft 4.
with server queues reaching the thousands.
Hey, I know that
Get
video.
past the queues and actually
I've used that
into a
video
game.
before.
Well, now you're greeted with a ton of latency issues and a probable disconnection, meaning you're now back on that queue screen. After the
Holy
initial
shit.
server problems are ironed out and people can
Must have been
actually
playing on
the
Fairlina.
game sucks people in en masse. Fans are
Yeah.
very enthusiastic.
Hey.
Hoovers up awards left, right, and center, and sells a ton of copies.
Yeah, even people who never even played a video game picked up World of Warcraft. That's how popular it became. I know I raided with them. They never even played like Mario on the NES. It became such a popular pop culture icon. It swept everybody.
Reaching almost 6 million sales by the end of its first year.
Is the volume still too low? I'm sorry. Here, let me bring it up a bit.
World of Warcraft isn't like your average game.
How's
though.
that?
Instead of simply buying a copy,
Yes.
players have to pay a $15
Yes.
monthly
Yes.
subscription fee to play. 6 million times 15 every month.
Which was a very hard sell, by the way. Very hard sell with the parents there. Sorry to pause so much, but I have a lot to say. Trying to convince your parents, even to buy a video game, period, was kind of difficult back in the day. But a video game that requires like $15 a month was unheard of. My parents' reaction to this was, okay, is this a video game or a video game magazine? What are you talking about? $15 sub fee, very hard sell. Any kids in 2004 will remember how hard of a sell it was to get them to pay for a WoW sub.
And Blizzard isn't doing too badly. Everyone is playing the game, and its ads go on to feature a ton of celebrities.
I'm Chuck Norris, and I approve.
This was Mesa Pandaria,
Others
though.
like Vin Diesel, William Shatner,
Right.
Henry Cavill,
This is very
Mila
far into the
Kunis,
future.
and Dave Chappelle announced their addictions in various interviews. World of Warcraft is everywhere.
Hey, that was the video I used in Pandora.
World of Warcraft would
The
also
CNN
result
one,
in the
cool.
launch of BlizzCon in 2005, a massive annual convention that would feature big musical acts and announcements for Blizzard's future games. Fans could also ask the devs questions.
It's funny, I recognize all of this. I've used it recently in videos. Another thing to note here, I mentioned this in my Diablo 3 video, the relationship between Blizzard and their players was huge part of their culture. BlizzCon was, like, as far as I remember, one of the first conventions for games dedicated solely to that developers' games. Not E3, where it's like all these developers come together and showcase their products. Solely Blizzard games. And yeah, BlizzCon is like the perfect representation of the closeness between developer and community. They were very, very in tune with their community. They knew exactly what they want. I said this in my Diablo video. It was like they were games made for gamers by gamers. The people who made them were making them not even necessarily for the player base. It was kind of like, it's kind of like for themselves, but they were still in, I don't know, they were still very much in touch with what their players wanted. And I feel like a lot of the issues with Blizzard today is a disconnect between their player base. Perfect example, Wyatt Chang got on stage to announce Diablo Immortal, the mobile Diablo game, expecting, and you can tell they expected like this rave response, and they basically got crickets. And do you guys not have phones? And they were like flabbergasted by the response to Immortal, just completely out of touch with their community. And I feel like that's reflected in so many other areas of the game, of their company, between all their franchises now these days. There's this huge disconnect. You feel it.
Questions.
And I think, that sort of took over after the Activision merger, and it really pays testament to, I've said this before, it's easy to look at a developer as just a name on a building, but these developers are comprised of people, and people eventually move on, they get fired, they quit, they die. And, the Blizzard of the past is not the Blizzard of today. Eventually all these people who knew their audience, who knew their fan base, eventually left or were fired or whatever. And, the torch was passed on. I don't mean to like shit on the current employees here too much, because they do good things, right? I like SOD, but you can still feel a very large disconnect. They're not as connected with the community as the previous developers were.
And were sometimes even featured.
Publishers, whatever.
At this point,
Yeah, Lyra became
Blizzard
huge.
is among the all-time greats.
It was
of
on
gaming.
Jeopardy.
Every game a smash hit.
Yeah.
They could do no wrong.
Yep. They could put out a game about a walking turd and people would buy it.
But
Absolutely.
first, flying a plane is easy. Just get in, flip a few
Is
switches,
this a War Thunder
and you're off.
promo? This sounds familiar.
But in War
Hey,
Thunder,
there it is.
it's even easier and a ton of fun.
I just
Jump
had
into
one of these.
intense PvP that takes you from the ground to the sea, all the way to
Trojan,
the skies.
thank you for the Prime,
In
man.
fact, War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game of all time. Just look at all those.
Shoutouts to
things.
War
There's
Thunder.
more than 2,000 of them. Someone that likes the small and agile, or a fan of the more
You guys,
voluptuous.
do you find this familiar, you
War
guys?
Thunder has something for everyone. The game is deep indeed, with a dynamic damage system that damages individual components.
I actually
and a huge
enjoyed
customization
War
system.
Thunder.
Hundreds of cannons.
I did more of the
historical
airplanes, though.
emblems, and over a century.
Yeah, use
of
my
vehicles
code, you
to
guys.
pick
Don't
from.
use his code.
And their model, painstakingly detailed
joking.
to 100% accuracy, which you can enjoy in gorgeous 4K graphics.
I was more into the
And you
airplanes
can
than
play
War
on
Thunder.
Xbox, PlayStation, and PC for free. Fancy a large
One of my favorite games of all time. I think it's called Crimson Skies Fires of Arcadia. Crimson Skies 2 Fires of Arcadia. So I forget the exact name. It was on the Xbox. It had Xbox Live, I believe. It was an airplane flying game. I spent so many hours in that game. I loved it. So that's what I did in War Thunder. I was mainly a plane boy.
Large bonus pack with all this stuff. Just sign up through the link in the description or the pinned comments below.
OG Xbox. Yep. It was OG Xbox. Yeah, Crimson Skies. Damn, I want to play that right now. Modern Blizzard. Uh-oh.
The year is now 2006. World of Warcraft
So we're
has
still in
almost
vanilla.
10 million active subscribers and is bringing in a ton of money. So naturally, it had turned a few heads. One of those heads, Bobby Kotick.
Oh god.
CEO
I
of
could even recognize the silhouette. I knew that was Bobby.
Now in 2006,
Oh.
Activision had made good tracks in just about every genre of games, except one. And one that was now booming. The MMO. With Warcraft
Right.
currently bringing in over $1 billion a year in subscriptions alone, he's interested. Now at this point,
And
Blizzard
keep in
has
mind,
changed
$1 billion
hands
alone. This is before microtransactions. This is base game. This is even before BC. This is base game and sub fee.
numerous times, and is now owned by a company called Vivendi. So Kotick approaches Vivendi with a
Yeah, he acquired
proposition.
Vivendi.
Vivendi receives money. Activision receives Blizzard. However, Vivendi says no. Instead, Vivendi offers to merge their gaming subdivision with Activision, with Vivendi owning a majority share in the resulting company.
Yeah.
And after a brief hesitation from Kotick, in 2008, the deal closes.
A lot of people get confused on this. They say Blizzard joined Activision. No, it was Vivendi. Vivendi was Blizzard's parent company. They merged with Activision. That's what happened. It's not like the developers all got together and said, "Okay, let's merge with Activision." It was.
Activision Blizzard opens
I'm sure
its
Morheim
doors
had a part of it, right? But
with Kotick as CEO. And
Oh, that's young
Activision
Bobby
and Blizzard, now its two
I've never
subsidiaries.
seen young Bobby Kotick.
Blizzard would supposedly retain most of its autonomy and keep their CEO, co-founder Michael Morhaime.
Right.
It's now 2010.
I guess Alan
and
Adham
Blizzard
left
has gone
at
from
this
just
point.
under 500 employees before the launch of World of Warcraft to now
Oh.
over 4,600.
Yeah.
The majority of whom are preparing for the launch of StarCraft 2 in July, and the third major Warcraft expansion, Cataclysm.
I wonder if that's
December.
actually part of the disjointedness, right? On the employee side of things, you have these dev teams grow exponentially in size. How could you possibly be connected with your community, be in tune with your community when your dev team is comprised of thousands and thousands of people? I'm sure that has a part to play in it.
Now, these launches were not small. Warcraft had been hitting peak after peak of players,
South
and
Park
was now
video,
at
yeah.
12 million monthly subscribers.
Yep.
And StarCraft 2's sales projections are also sizable. But Blizzard currently
StarCraft 2, by the way, he might mention it in this video, made less money than a microtransaction mount in World of Warcraft.
has a problem. Their forums, they're a little bit toxic. Blizzard
Oh,
has a
he's
big
doing-
team of moderators,
Oh god,
but according to them, this still wasn't enough.
the real
So
ID.
behind the scenes, they get brainstorming, and someone has a brilliant idea. How about we just force everyone that posts on our forums to use their real first and last name? Genius. And
I
in
covered this in Pandora actually, so if you guys have seen that, you'll know
July
exactly what's coming.
2010, Real ID is unveiled, and people absolutely hate it. So in an attempt to sell the idea to
Internet anonymity, that's not important. We don't live in an era where people will swat you for disagreeing with your opinion on a video game. No, let's just retroactively change everybody's names, their shit posts to their real life name.
players.
Great
Blizzard's
idea.
community
Perfect example of the disconnect, by the way. I'm not sure how they expected this news to be received, but it was not received well.
Manager posts his full name on the forum. See, guys, it's fine. But almost instantly,
Yeah.
people descend on the forum and get to work.
Right.
And within mere minutes, they find and publish his home address, phone number, age, Facebook, family names, and a list of his favorite music and movies. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. And after just a few days of being announced, Real ID is scrapped entirely.
I feel bad for him. I know the CM he's referring to. I mean, he kind of asked for it, but I still can't help but feel bad. He got a lot of he got a lot of harassment for that one.
By 2009,
yeah, they
the Warcraft
backtracked
3
on
mod
it too.
Defense of the Ancients had gained a significant following, and had even spawned a whole new genre of games, MOBAs. For much of that time, Blizzard had paid little attention to the mod or the game, but the success of the recently launched League of Legends could no longer be ignored.
Well,
and Blizzard...
I wouldn't say they didn't really pay much attention to it. Blizzard got fucked pretty hard in the MOBA scene. So Dota, or Dota 2 today, Dota was originally a mod for Warcraft 3. And it was a MOBA. It was basically 3 lanes of creeps and towers, and you push through. You control Warcraft heroes. They have unique abilities and stuff. And eventually became so popular that Valve, or the makers of the add-on, I believe went to Valve and made Dota 2. And Blizzard was actually embroiled in a pretty intense legal battle. They feel like because the mod was made in their game using their IP, they had copyright to it. And they actually sued Valve for rights over Dota 2. They ended up losing the battle, and that's why you'll see Heroes of the Storm over here. He'll tell you the whole story here, I'm sure. But yeah, that led to the birth of Heroes of the Storm. And also in Warcraft 3 Reforged, they have like a really intense message whenever you launch the game for anybody in the mod mode, saying, okay, anything you make is legally ours, and we don't want to hear any crap about it. That spawned due to them losing the legal battle over Dota.
finally steps in, starting work on their take on the genre, titled Blizzard Dota. Around the same time, and Valve wants to
okay, good.
They'd hired the head
Sorry,
dev
I
of
paused
the original
too early.
Dota
My
mod,
bad.
snapped up the Dota trademark,
and
they're calling their new game Dota 2.
Blizzard
is furious. So in 2012, they file a statement of opposition, arguing that the name Defense of the Ancients was associated exclusively with Warcraft due to it being made in their map editor. However, this argument has issues. See,
no, this was not pre-watched, I assure you.
Warcraft 3's map editor, but that map editor had no specific terms and conditions on ownership of said maps, IP, and concepts. They end up settling out of court
the Warcraft 3
after,
message.
with Valve getting the commercial rights to the term
Reforged
Dota,
message,
and Dota 2 releases in 2012. It's massively successful. And goes on to be an esports giant. Blizzard gets
and you could tell how salty Blizzard became over this. Through them trying to force esports in a lot of their games, Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft. Well, StarCraft 1 had a pretty big esports scene, but I think they tried the same with StarCraft 2. Didn't happen. World of Warcraft, they're still trying with AWC, MDI, Race to World First. In my opinion, esports are adopted by the community. They're not programmed into the game. It just doesn't work. And I feel like Blizzard has sort of really damaged a lot of their games, balancing them around esports. Like in Overwatch, you would have these heroes that are heavily played by the general mass of the community, they're heavily played by the top of the top, the esports competitors. They have really high representation, but they're not really played that much by the community, and they nerf them for esports for the 0.1%, but the 99.9% feels that. I feel like they've done that a lot. That was a big problem with Overwatch, I feel. They try to balance the game around the 1%, basically trying to force esports, and they even stop supporting the game if it's not successful in esports. As you'll see, Heroes of the Storm, I believe Overwatch as well, they stopped supporting because it wasn't successful in esports. Yeah, the esports are adopted by the community. They're not programmed into the game. This whole spiel with Blizzard is proof enough of that.
Use of the title for its community and renames Blizzard Dota to Heroes of the Storm, which releases in 2015.
I will actually say I liked
and
Heroes
support is canned 3
as a
years later.
casual player.
Blizzard
so.
would change its licensing agreements for all future games to include their ownership
Yep.
of player-created maps in an attempt to avoid this ever happening again.
That shit ain't happening again.
It's 2012, and the massively anticipated sequel
I like
to
the music.
Diablo 2 is looking like it's releasing this year. Its development had been a bit rocky, with its dev team, Blizzard North, being canned in 2005, along with their version of the game. But on the 15th of May 2012, the rebooted Diablo 3 launches.
Yep.
The game is horrendous. For one,
Very timely release here because I just made my Diablo 3 video. This is funny.
its launch is horrific. The game is online only.
So you guys are gonna get some
Turns out
deja
there are
vu
massive
here.
server issues. People are spamming their login details over and over, only to be kicked out by error 37. What's worse, there's no queue system in place.
Yep.
So you have to manually retry every minute.
Yeah, there was a queue in WoW bred into the game at launch, but the Diablo 3 developers didn't think that it would become as popular as World of Warcraft, so they never put in a login queue, and that led to the error 37 debacle. And also disconnects in game too, and which is an especially bad mix for a game that has hardcore mode, where your characters permanently die. That's why I never played hardcore mode in Diablo 3. I'm very well acquainted with losing your character to disconnects with Classic, though, unfortunately.
This issue takes over a week to fix. Then there's the auction house. Here, loot can be bought and sold using your mum's credit card. Activision Blizzard gets filthy rich, while the balancing gets obliterated.
Yeah.
Endgame content
Does he talk
is
about
also
the attack
essentially
speed nerf?
non-existent. However, the game sells almost 4 million copies in its first 24 hours.
Again, Blizzard never has trouble selling games because of their reputation.
And over time, slowly makes a turnaround.
I thought it was 6.3 million on first day though, and then 10 million in the first week.
2014, the real money auction house is closed, and Blizzard launches
We got
Reaper
their
of
numbers
Souls,
wrong there.
an add-on praised almost unanimously. They're ready to make a second add-on to the game, but management says no. Apparently, executives see the game as a massive failure.
Partly because, again, another reason why microtransactions can hurt games that I feel like a lot of people don't see is that what's successful is no longer the amount of people who play a game, it's how much money it earns. And Diablo 3 was pretty lightly monetized, all things considered. You had the base game, you had Reaper of Souls, and you also had the Necromancer DLC. I think in China they had like a cash shop for cosmetic pets and stuff. That's a lot, and they eventually just put that into the game. You could just find the menagerie goblins or whatever. You could just get those pets in game in the U.S., but I guess partly due to why Diablo 3 not being monetized is why they
Demand devs jump ship.
shit canned it.
The year is now.
But then it's this awkward dynamic too, because microtransactions in a large way kind of make the game worse, right? Because then you have this pay to win dynamic, of course. So it's a balance. It's certainly a balance, and maybe that balance lies in cosmetics. I don't know.
The past 10 years had seen massive expansions to Warcraft, including controversial changes to the game and its mechanics. And player numbers reflect that, now being in steep decline.
Right.
A growing number of players long to go back to the days of vanilla, version 1 of the game, back in 2004.
Nostalgia's
One fan
time.
even floats the idea to Blizzard themselves at BlizzCon 2013. Here's how that
Yeah,
goes.
aside, to correct myself, thank you, Alpha Cheese. It says lightly monetized once the RMAH was shuttered. Yeah, RMAH was I'm sure the RMAH drew tons of money for him, but yeah, they eventually shelved it. I wonder if the RMAH, if that stayed in the game, if we would have seen the more Diablo 3 expansions.
Servers for previous expansions as they were then.
Interesting to think about. You think you do, but you don't.
Okay then, we'll just make one ourselves. and the fan
No.
base Nostalrius vanilla server goes online in February 2015.
You didn't do I think you do, but you don't. I actually like that was a really cool edit. I like
Running
that.
version 1.12
No.
a month after the original launch. It's not long before the server gets massively popular, with almost 1 million
You think you
accounts
do,
registered.
but you don't.
It's also not long before Blizzard catches wind and brings the hammer down. Their lawyers sent them a cease and desist in 2016, and the server is promptly shut down. Realizing they were completely wrong about vanilla Warcraft, Blizzard do a full 180.
Again, another good example of the disconnect, right? And I was fighting for vanilla. All right, I'll have you guys know I was fighting for you guys. I didn't think that Blizzard would do it, but I was campaigning all the cool things about vanilla. All right, I was there. I was on the front end. Okay.
And announced Warcraft Classic in 2017.
This announcement was hype.
Back in 2007, Blizzard started work on a huge MMO called Project Titan.
Yep.
It was described as a combination of Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress,
Oh.
and The Sims.
I didn't even know that.
But development led nowhere, and 6 years
how
later,
would that work?
the plug is pulled. A massive failure on Blizzard's part,
Yeah.
and a major internal embarrassment.
I was excited for Project Titan because I knew that it was going to be sci-fi oriented. It was going to be space oriented, and being a huge fanboy of Star Wars Galaxies, I was all about it. And this turned into Overwatch, I believe.
However, the team behind
Let's
it
see.
would attempt to rework the remains of the story and assets into another project. And in
Yeah,
2016,
Overwatch. Okay,
Overwatch hits shelves.
I got that right at least.
And it's amazing.
It was.
It's critically acclaimed across the board. and
Overwatch was
massively
really fun on
popular,
release.
quickly becoming one of the most popular esports titles on the market. That, paired with their genre-pioneering card game Hearthstone back in 2014 that now has almost 100 million
Hearthstone was
plays,
also really
and
fun on
Blizzard is
launch.
looking strong. However, there are problems brewing. See, Overwatch was the last big game they'd had in the pipeline for a while, and they realized they don't have much to show off for BlizzCon 2018. So Blizzard rushes to find something to show off. Got it. Fast forward to November 2018, and their presentation is ready to go. They sprinkle a few niche announcements here and there, like a remastered Warcraft 3,
Uh-oh.
but they have one big announcement
Uh-oh.
centerpiece. After 6 long years, a
Uh-oh.
brand new Diablo
Uh-oh.
for mobile.
Like, look, Diablo 2, come play the mobile game that has nothing to do.
We actually watched this BlizzCon live. I was streaming this, yeah, and I had a similar reaction to this. But yeah, here another perfect example of the disconnect here. They announced this expecting like the audience to hail it as, oh my god, a new deal. I remember too. I wonder if he's gonna say it. Maybe not. But a couple weeks, a month before this BlizzCon, maybe you can find this video on YouTube. There's this, I have no idea what her name is, this pigtailed woman, part of the Diablo team, who they posted a video to their channel saying, just you wait, Diablo fans. We got some big news coming for you this BlizzCon. And keep in mind, Diablo 3 at this point is 6 years old. So people are expecting, oh my god, Diablo 4. And it was fucking Diablo Immortal. And I think they're also going to do like a Netflix Diablo show, which was also canceled. But yeah, clear disconnect. Absolutely clear disconnect.
I'm amazed.
Remember watching Kargaz play Reforged for like 1 minute? That might be a new record with how buggy it was.
Honestly, it's this bad. This is fucking insane.
Look at that
I don't
like-dislike
even know,
ratio.
What to even say about this?
Just was wondering,
Oof.
is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
I felt bad for Wyatt here too. I would hate, that's like, this is my nightmare situation to be like on a, this is what people have nightmares of. Have you guys ever had a nightmare of like being on a stage in your underwear and like everybody's staring at you? Yeah, I actually, I felt bad for Wyatt.
The game eventually launches, and it's bad. Firstly, it's not even developed
I
by
never
Blizzard,
played
but
Diablo
their Chinese
Immortal.
partner NetEase. And turns out, it's monetized to the tits.
Yeah, Rixie.
it costs over $500,000 to max out a single character, and becomes the worst rated game ever on Metacritic.
Yeah. It also
By 28,
it also reused Diablo 3 assets, didn't it? I remember looking at gameplay, and it like took mobs straight from Diablo 3.
Fans are noticing something. Activision Blizzard had been creeping, and Blizzard was changing. See, back in 2013, Blizzard had bought back the remaining Vivendi shares for about $7 billion, meaning they, and by extension, Bobby Kotick,
I didn't know that.
now had complete control of both Activision and Blizzard.
I didn't even know that.
Fast forward to 2018, and this creeping had
So
only
maybe
gotten
we were
worse.
talking earlier, when did it truly start? I think maybe you could start with like Diablo 3 in 2012, but 2018 maybe maybe that's the moment where things really hit the fan.
Because of the slowdown in game releases, Blizzard's revenues are taking an absolute nosedive.
Oh my God.
So Blizzard steps in. It pushes the company to cut costs and gets them to produce games at a faster pace, with Kotick apparently installing his own executives within Blizzard to ensure that happens. Apparently, tired of Blizzard's meddling, Blizzard co-founder Mike Morhaime steps down as president and CEO.
That was huge.
And leaves the company after 27 years of work.
That was huge. He was not the last one stand. Is that Jalen Breck?
Succeeded by Warcraft.
Yeah. Alam Adham left the company, I think, early, like 2004. He came back later. So at this point, with Mike leaving, Frank Pierce was actually the last of the founders standing. He left shortly after him. And I think Adham left just either this year or last year again. So there's the founders of the company are all gone now at this point in
Executive
time.
producer J. Allen Brack. This guy.
And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do,
Oh, it did have,
but you don't.
He did have the
And
thing
as
you do
soon as
what you
this
don't in there.
happens,
Nice.
we accelerate. The company immediately prioritizes.
I want you to
cutting
pay
costs.
special note as well. Here. So Warlords of Draenor BlizzCon. Look at how fast J. Allen Brack grade being the president of Blizzard at this point. This is pretty far into the past. So Warlords of Draenor BlizzCon would have been, would this be like 2013, 2012? In 8 years, this is what being president of Blizzard Entertainment does to you.
Allen Brack. This guy.
And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't.
And as soon as this
Or maybe it was
happens,
from that
we
comment, actually. Maybe from the you think you do, that was probably maybe a little bit you think you do, you don't.
accelerate. The company
background stuff,
immediately
which we'll learn about, I'm
prioritizes cutting
sure.
costs, and the Heroes of the Storm's development team is outright annihilated.
Yeah.
Its esports league is also scrapped
Yep.
right before its 2019 season. As a result,
Because it
entire
didn't do well in
teams,
esports.
commentators,
Yeah.
and support
This was
staff
really
are
sad.
suddenly left jobless.
This was really sad. So many people.
And despite 2018 being a record year for Blizzard profits, they lay off 800 employees.
Yeah.
Almost 10% of the company. They begin rehiring
1900 once Microsoft came in.
the exact same jobs a couple of years later.
Now they give the
So
jobs
going
to
into
AIs, right?
2019, people are not happy. But turns out, over on the other side of the world, and things are happening in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
They're not good.
Blitzchung.
The government has proposed a bill that would give China more authority over them, and that's not too popular. At the same time, Hong Kong native Blitzchung is participating in Hearthstone's esports league. He wins and uses the post-game interview to show his support for the protests. But as soon as he says it, something happens. See, Blizzard has a huge player base in China, and to keep that player base available to them,
Oh my God. Tencent also had a stake, I think a 5% stake, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's huge. Tencent, Chinese publisher, developer, had a huge stake in Blizzard as well.
they have to bend over backwards for the Chinese government.
Yeah.
So when this happens, they go scorched earth. They take the live stream down seconds after he says it,
They fired the
slap
casters.
him with a year-long ban, and even confiscate his prize money.
Yeah.
Even the guys casting the stream are fired. It's not long
People-
before the internet
guys who had
catches-
nothing to do with it. That is like that's just so ridiculous.
Even the guys
The casters who had nothing to do with it were fired. Like it was so heavy-handed that there's absolutely no doubt that Chinese the Chinese government, Tencent shareholders had an influence on this.
Casting
No,
a
absolutely no
stream
way.
of fire. It's not long before the internet catches wind, and people are furious.
Yeah. I got a lot of blowback
Point, even Congressmen
for this, actually. Whenever this came out, I'm sorry to pause so much. Whenever this came out, every channel, every YouTube channel, every Twitch stream that was running at the time basically got brigaded by people. I don't know, there's like a Reddit thread or something, and they would, it's kind of similar to the whole Hogwarts Legacy thing. People would kind of go around on different streams and basically, you know, try to shame them for playing Blizzard games or making Blizzard videos. I remember I happened to be live streaming at the time, and my viewer count jumped by like hundreds of people, and my chat was like flooded with, does it feel good to support the Chinese government and stuff like that? Being a content creator related to Blizzard at all during this time, you would get some trickle down drama to your channels. I definitely remember that. Yeah, that happened. I was playing so October 21. Yeah, this was shortly after Classic launch, right? I was I think I was like leveling in Elwyn Forest or something, leveling in Altar or whatever, or maybe it was during the beta or something. I forget. And yeah, my stream was brigaded by a bunch of people trying to make me feel bad for playing a Blizzard game.
And let's have a go. After a few days of pressure, J. Allen Brack eventually...
They did on their keyboards, made in China, sitting on their chair, made in China, staring at their monitors, which were made in China. By the way,
reduces the ban to half a year.
That's basically what I told them. And if they really, it's slacktivism. And if they really wanted to make a difference, they would, this is what I told them, they would take all the shit in their house that's made in China and throw it outside. But it's much more convenient for people to tell other people what to do, because then they can be lazy but still feel virtuous, like they're these crusaders of justice without actually doing anything. They still get their dopamine rush from believing that they're like a better person than everybody.
And grants Blitzchung his prize money back.
Yeah, I banned him.
He also says that Blizzard's relationships with China had no influence on their decision. Blizzard is starting to look seriously not cool, so they decide to go into BlizzCon 2019 with the big guns, announcing Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. Also, that Warcraft remaster they'd announced at the infamous 2018 BlizzCon is coming out next year. This'll be good.
I was really only excited for Diablo 4 personally. Overwatch 2, I was saying back then, if it has all the maps from Overwatch 1, if it has all the characters from Overwatch 1, and you can play, or you get all your cosmetics from Overwatch 1, I was like, okay, so why does it exist for the PvE mode, which ended up being scrapped?
Back in 2015,
Whoops.
Blizzard had set up a subdivision to remaster old games, the first of which would be Warcraft 3. And in January 20...
The real reason Overwatch 2 came out, though, if you guys don't know yet, is some countries have tuned in to the gambling nature of loot boxes, which was the monetization model of Overwatch 1, and they actually have started banning them. There's a big lawsuit with Fortnite, actually, in their loot pinatas. And they lost a bunch of money over that. So I feel like the true reason Overwatch 2 came out, a big reason, is to change the monetization model without a huge amount of controversy, because just switching from loot boxes to Battle Pass, I think, probably would have been met with more resistance than a new game with a different monetization model.
2020, the highly anticipated...
That, and also... it's much more attractive to have a sequel to a game that's pretty much dead than an expansion to a pretty much dead game, so...
Remaster launches. And, oh boy,
it
the game
sucks.
is beyond terrible.
Yeah.
Here's why. Before launch, Warcraft 3's advertising touted multiple new features. Over 4 hours of cinematic new cutscenes, more story, and new voice acting. and a complete campaign overhaul, changing the story to be more in line with the current Warcraft lore. But when players log on, turns out absolutely none of this is in the game. This is after being advertised on the website for over a year. There's also a ton of features from the original Warcraft 3 just outright missing. Here are a few of them.
And the ones that were there were buggy.
No.
No profiles?
No.
No account stats?
No.
No custom campaign?
No.
It was a downgrade in a lot of ways.
No cross-region play for custom games?
No.
And no offline play.
Just like Diablo.
It's possible after a few patches, but it's a little...
Nothing bad happened with Diablo with no offline... Excuse me, with no offline play, right?
Complicated. Also, after some digging, people realize the main menu background is actually a Chrome-based web app, and is taking up more of your CPU power than the actual game. Online matchmaking sucks and kicks you out all the time. This is without a way to reconnect, by the way. Graphics are worse than advertised.
Treason! Have you lost your mind, Arthas?
The new art direction is bad. 5 of the game's maps are exactly the same as the original, and poor optimization, tons of crashes, and countless bugs. On top of all of that,
kind of lacking the good old Blizzard polish that people had become accustomed to.
Reforged is a mandatory update for everyone.
No, I haven't yet underskilled.
Original with no
very
intention of upgrading.
small amount. I'll correct myself. He's asking if I played Diablo 4. Very small amount.
Well, here's an additional 30 gigabytes of install size anyway. All of this amounts to one of the worst launches of the game in history. Within a few days of release, it ends up at 0.5 out of 10 on Metacritic. At the time,
I wonder if that
the
broke.
lowest Metacritic score in history.
Did that break
before being
Immortals?
dethroned by
Yeah,
Diablo
okay.
Immortal.
Okay, that was
So
the
naturally,
previous champ.
hordes of people pile in to request refunds. But wait, you've booted up the game even just once? Sorry, you're not allowed. There's so much outcry about the game, however, that Blizzard eventually...
That's really bad. I didn't know that part, especially because Steam has a really good policy where if you have under 2 hours played, even I've gone over 2 hours played, and they will refund it for you. So I'm sure people were used to that as well. So you just launch it once, you couldn't refund it.
Caves and starts actually granting refunds.
After
the game
pressure.
is so bad that the entire classic games division at Blizzard is completely canned.
You're fired. Get out of here.
It also causes an upcoming Diablo 2 remake to be pushed back more than a year. So it's 2021.
Okay, so I do want to add here, the Classic Games team, they knew the game was bad. This came out in an interview. I forgot what website it was, but they were interviewed, and they basically knew that the game was terrible and unfinished, and they tried to get it delayed, but they had already delayed it, I think, once or twice at this point. And they were basically forced to put it out, knowing that it was unfinished because Blizzard didn't want any more refunds. So whoever was in charge, the team lead, maybe it was Activision, whatever, they pushed it out knowing it was unfinished because they didn't want to lose refunds. And that explains their resistance to refunds as well. If you just launched it once, they wouldn't refund it. So, and after they said it wasn't finished and they were forced to release it, as he said, they were fired. So, yeah. Real neato. Thank you, man. I won't buy 10 copies of the same game. I just burn all the games I got on HDD and ISO. You haven't bought 20 copies of Skyrim? What's wrong with you? Good lord. I'm looking forward to Skyrim on my Tiger Electronic wristwatch personally.
You're fired. Get out of here.
It also causes an upcoming Diablo 2
So yeah, I
remake
feel
to be
pretty
pushed back
bad for
more
the
than a
Classic
year.
Games team. They were kind of thrown under the bus
So
there.
it's 2021, and Blizzard's reputation is currently abhorrent.
Yeah.
But luckily, Overwatch 2 is just around the corner. Hold on a sec. Oh god. Turns out that over the last 2 years, the California Civil Rights Department had been investigating Activision Blizzard due to multiple reports of sexual harassment from staff.
Oh no.
And by July 2021, they had enough evidence to
This
file
is when
a
it
suit.
went this is when
The
it went
lawsuit
public.
states that sexual harassment, unwanted advances, and groping are common within Blizzard, both before and after the merge. This includes the mention of an executive suite at 2013's BlizzCon. It's not a nice place.
It was
In fact, some employees literally dub it the Cosby Suite. Then
Oh,
there's the
Cosby
alleged
suit, okay.
underpaying of women, and complaints to both HR and the president repeatedly being ignored. But
Yeah.
there was something else. The employee's breast milk. It keeps being stolen. In the
Oh,
lawsuit,
no.
more than one employee alleges breast milk theft. It was very
They I think this was Activision. I don't know, some party with Activision with Bobby Kotick. They actually had like strippers. I think I covered this in my video. It was like some company party that had like
clearly breast milk in baggies with a baby's face on it.
Oh, no.
A former producer claims. One day,
Oh, no.
I went to retrieve my pumped supply at the end of the day, and it was gone.
maybe coincidental timing, but there is another image that went viral at this point on 4chan of an anonymous, I think it was before this news came out, of an anonymous poster saying that they worked at this big tech company, and they were asking about like how much protein they get from breast milk, because there are women at his work who put breast milk in the fridge, and he was thinking of stealing it. So I'm not sure if these two things are related, but yeah, that was the thing before this news came out.
The fallout is monumental.
You can search it
makes
on Google.
headlines industry-wide. Few people are spared. Current Diablo 4 lead, gone. His character's name in Overwatch, also gone. Level designer on World of Warcraft, gone.
Cole
Head of
Cassidy.
HR, definitely gone.
Yep.
Warcraft League, gone.
That
Jay
was
Allen, gone.
That wasn't even just head of HR.
Gone.
That was
Head of
this is Luis Barriga, who is the game director for Diablo 4, which I think would explain a lot of Diablo 4's issues, losing their game director mid development certainly.
HR, definitely gone.
Yeah, you probably don't want to have that in a search
Jay Allen,
career.
gone.
Actually,
Their
you
chief
guys
legal-
probably don't want to.
The Wall Street Journal also
Search that.
alleges that Kotick knew about the whole thing, ignored it, and in some cases, even jumped in himself. He denies most of the allegations,
I did not.
but eventually apologizes for a one-time instance where he left a voicemail threatening to have his assistant killed.
Oh, that's
Also
not too bad.
finally,
Yeah.
Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Sponsors like T-Mobile, Coca-Cola, Kellogg, IBM, and Pringles also all jump ship from the Overwatch Esports League.
Yeah.
And Activision Blizzard is hit with
Nobody
a class
wanted
action
anything to do
lawsuit
with
on
any of
behalf
this.
its shareholders.
What?
Overall, the situation's not looking great.
Yeah.
Activision Blizzard denies most of the claims, and in June 2022, they investigate themselves and find no wrongdoing.
Oh, nice, beautiful. He didn't mention this here, but they initially replied to this lawsuit pretty coldly and heavy-handedly, saying, "It's not true. I did not hit her. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not." And that was received pretty poorly, as you would imagine. And then Bobby Kotick later made a statement. I have this in my Pandora video. He made a statement saying that, like, condemning the initial response, saying, "Oh, this was such a poor response. I'm not sure who was responsible for this, but yeah, they're fired now and they're out of here." Came out later, Bobby Kotick was the one who wrote the initial response. Yeah, he wrote the initial response, and then he comes out later condemning the initial response, saying that somebody else wrote it. Amazing. He's like truly the
immediate
Eric
reaction
Cartman
to Overwatch 2's announcement
of the real
was
world.
one of confusion. Overwatch 1 was a monetized game with a thriving player base and regular updates. The kind of game that doesn't need a sequel. So this was a strange move. Overwatch 2's development would also mean the end of support for Overwatch 1 in 2020, with us seeing no new Overwatch content for multiple years, essentially killing the game. What?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
with Overwatch 2, Blizzard reassures us it was all worth it. Just look at all this new stuff. 5v5 instead of 6v6, shiny new graphics, balancing changes, map reworks, 6 new maps, 3 new heroes, more than 30 new skins, a new game mode, a battle pass and cosmetics shop, and most importantly, a PvE campaign. People had been longing for a
But like so much of this is so doable in Overwatch 1. That was the issue with it. But the thing that what he's about to talk about now, the PvE campaign, this was the main issue as far as I'm concerned for Overwatch 2 to exist, a new game mode.
story in the Overwatch universe, and now it was finally happening. And it was ambitious. Blizzard shows off a full campaign, along with hero missions, talents, and massive skill trees unique to each hero. Hundreds of missions at launch, they announce. A truly replayable campaign. And don't worry, with Overwatch 2, Blizzard tells us they were redefining what a sequel really means. Overwatch 1 players get all the new maps, updates, and heroes that release in Overwatch 2, and both player bases can cross-play together.
Yeah.
The purchase of Overwatch 2 essentially only granting the PvE mode.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Sold.
Exactly.
Players are on board.
Exactly.
10th of March 2022.
Everything is transferable, so why does it exist for the PvE game mode? He also, I believe he has not mentioned Jeff Kaplan leave. Maybe he'll mention it soon, but this was huge. Jeff Kaplan was like the heart and soul of Overwatch, I feel. It was his baby. He was very, very passionate about it. He was very into it. So him leaving was like a huge, before it even released, was a huge sign of worry for me for Overwatch 2.
Blizzard has an announcement. Look, we know we said hundreds of missions at launch, but, well, it's taking a while, so we're just going to release the game now without it and add it later. Then in June, they come out again. The game's now free to play and launching in October. But anyway, on the 4th of October 2022, it goes live.
Yeah, and
there are some issues.
It had
Events
issues.
are bad, tons of balancing issues. The looking for group feature is now just completely gone. But mainly, there's the new cosmetics system.
Yeah.
In Overwatch 1, earning cosmetics was simple.
It was
Just
much
play the
easier
game,
to earn
level up,
cosmetics in
and earn
Overwatch
loot
1.
boxes that give you skins. You could pay for them, but that was completely optional.
What do you guys think
In
about
Overwatch
loot
2
boxes versus battle passes? I'm not too much of a fan of either, but I feel maybe it's just how the battle passes and loot boxes were set up, but I feel like it was way easier to like collect stuff in Overwatch 1 than it was 2. They're like they're stingy in Overwatch 2 with the currency you get. What do you guys think? Danny, thank you for the Prime. Or that Overwatch 1 did it correct, says Fancy Kyle. I know this is a pretty contentious subject. Loot boxes versus versus battle pass. I think battle passes, I would say, are more predatory because they it's FOMO, fear of missing out. It's very effective. Even if somebody's not interested in something, the threat of them missing out on it or not being able to obtain it anymore is surprisingly powerful in getting people to buy things. You can have like a turd on a popsicle tag or something in Diablo 4. And if you offer that to people, 90% of them will decline, or maybe 90% will accept. But if you say the same turd on a popsicle is only available for the next 3 days, this introduces such pressure for people to eat the turd on a popsicle. Well, it's only available for 3 days. I gotta get it. Yeah, I would say that battle passes are worse because of FOMO. Thank you to everybody who bought my plush, by the way, my limited time plush. Hey, the plush will be returning, okay? And also, Makeship was the only one who would make my plush, and I had no say. If I had a choice, I would have the plush available at all times forever. But yeah, it's just the way they do that. I feel the need to mention that every time I complain about FOMO because yeah, it'd be kind of hypocritical. But yeah, I'll say this. I like battle passes that a lot of battle passes are out there. Dauntless did this, I know. You earn currency in the battle pass such that you have enough to get the next battle pass for free. So if you're active and you're playing the game a lot, you can essentially get the battle passes for free. I actually like battle passes when they're set up like that. I'm not sure if Diablo 4 does this or if Overwatch 2 does this. Probably not, knowing Activision, but I would say that's my order. Battle passes where you could buy the next one by completing the battle pass is number 1. Number 2 would be loot boxes, and number 3 would be battle passes where you don't earn currency to buy the next one. It's actually okay to have limited supply when you actually have limited supply. Yeah, true. Which is, it's awkward with digital games and stuff though, right? Because it's never ever truly limited. They're just pixels, code, right?
2, things are different.
I guess I'm on Diablo 4, just not enough, says
seasonal battle
Elvis.
pass system,
Gotcha.
where the bulk of cosmetics would now be unlocked.
And something else I really fucking hate too, sorry to swear, but I really hate this. Xenos, thank you for the Prime. When they have, okay, these games have these packages of currency. They sell maybe 1,000 currency for $10, and the cheapest cosmetic they have is $11 or $12. So you basically have to pay $20 for something that's $12. I hate that shit. That drives me nuts. And they don't like have any smaller packs. I'm not sure if there's a name for that, but that's complete bullshit.
There's also a rotating store, and the prices there aren't great.
It's also, I'm sorry to pause so much. It's also done to obfuscate how much money you're spending to have these. If you're ever wondering why they have these digital currencies and these different exchanges, it's to like, let's say for here, it's much easier to click a button that says you're spending 20 coins than maybe $20 psychologically. That's why it's done. If you ever wondered, it kind of seems like an unnecessary middleman. Why not just have the cosmetics up for sale? And some games do that, but a lot of them don't, because psychologically it's much easier to press a button to spend a currency that you paid money for, but you're spending the currency instead of the money.
Skins for free through the challenge system, but there's a problem. It takes about 8 months to get.
Yeah, like chips in a casino. There you go.
A simple character recolor takes almost 4 weeks. All of this means that
I'm gonna rewind here a little bit because I've been pausing so much. But as J-Dog says, like chips in a casino, it's much easier to put $1,000 worth of chips on the table than, these stacks of money, right? Perfect example.
System, but there's a problem. It takes about 8 months to get one. A simple character recolor takes almost 4 weeks.
It's
all
insane.
Of this means that it will take you around 327 years to get all the stuff you could get relatively quickly for free in Overwatch 1. Better get playing.
Yeah.
Also, there's now a new hero every other season, and they'd be locked behind the later levels of the season pass. Your options are
like bits on Twitch.
spend
Whoa.
every minute of your life
Like bits on Twitch. Let's not be hasty now. Okay, let's not be hasty. Layer cake. All right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Grinding for them or pay up.
Give me money.
In Overwatch 1, they were unlocked straight away.
Yeah.
Fans don't.
It was much
take
easier to
kindly
unlock
these
them in
changes.
Overwatch 1.
But then in May 2023, Blizzard comes out again. So, that PvP hero campaign that we've been advertising, and was pretty much the sole reason we made the sequel in the first place.
I like
Pretty much
how
completely scrapped. No more talent trees or hero missions.
how messy his shirt is.
Instead, we're just gonna pepper some PvE missions around every few
Yeah, they
seasons.
basically said it was too hard, right?
This was essentially the entire selling point for the sequel. Some of the remaining story content is still planned, with its first release on August 10th. But when it finally releases, it's only 3 missions.
Oh,
Blizzard
no.
is saying the game won't be getting any more story missions until at least 2024. They also add Overwatch 2 to Steam, and it instantly becomes the worst reviewed game of all time.
Wait, did he mean 2025? Because it's 2024 now.
The year is now 2023, and Blizzard's
Oh, I
reputation
see. Okay, never
has
mind.
never been
I see.
worse. So when Diablo 4's release approaches, people are cautious. But on the 5th of June, the game launches. And it's surprisingly good. There was some...
I got fucked by this. So I was one of these people who was cautious. I knowing Blizzard at this point, I'm like, I'm not really sure about this. I'm not going to pre-order. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to give it a few weeks, maybe a month. And that's what I do. I don't buy Diablo 4 for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And all of my friends are playing it. They're like, "Oh my god, this game is so good. It's so amazing. How are you not playing this? We play it every single day for 27 hours a day. It's so good. We're never ever going to stop playing it." After weeks of this, finally I break down. I'm like, "All right, I'm going to buy Diablo 4." Like the day after, or within a week, they release this patch that like nerfs everything and everyone quits. It's complete bullshit.
Issues here and there, but reviews are
I
mostly
swear that made me
positive,
so mad.
and over 10 million people log in and play.
Biggest
making
waste
Diablo
of money ever.
4 Blizzard's fastest selling game of all time.
I'm still
For
mad
the
about
first
that.
time in years, things are actually looking up. And this game was live service, meaning it would receive 3 seasons of content for the foreseeable future.
The launch was
the first of
great
which
from
was
what I
launching
hear.
in July. A month later, and in July, Season 1 of the game drops. It is disastrous.
Yeah.
And Reddit goes into a complete meltdown. Turns out, everything gets a big nerf, including the Metacritic score.
Yeah.
The Sorcerer class, which was already underpowered, is hit especially hard. Then there's the enemies being overpowered, much less XP, a bunch of reskinned dungeons and enemies, barely any...
So why was this done? I'll ask you guys, well maybe he'll say, was this done because they had essentially no end game and they want to slow players from progressing through the end game? That, I mean, I'm not too familiar with Diablo 4, but from all the information that I have, if you're looking for, like, why piss everybody off? Why nerf everything? That's only going to make everybody angry. There has to be a reason for it, right? Is it due to the lackadaisical endgame?
Content and zero
Wookie says
quality
yes.
of life changes.
George says yes.
One streamer on Twitch tries to explain why the season isn't that bad. Here's how that
This
goes.
explosion is at... I actually just lost my hardcore character while trying to explain this to you. I changed my mind. I hate this season.
And it seems Blizzard also has a bit of a fixation on
Oh my god.
Battle Pass.
Battle Pass.
Battle Pass.
Oh
Battle Pass.
god.
Speaking of which, it gives paid players 666 platinum. The cheapest item in the store is 800.
Hey, there it is. There it is. See? Wow, we were just talking about fucking bullshit.
Also, back when Blizzard was designing the menus
Complete
for the
BS.
game, they decided to place the Activate Premium Battle Pass button right next to the button you're constantly pressing to see your season progression.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's kind of small.
There's also no confirmation button, so if you want to check your progression and accidentally misclick, congratulations. You've
Really?
just purchased it.
There's no
There are
confirmation.
multiple
Wow.
other confirmation buttons
Wow.
for other menu options in the game.
I didn't even know about that. That's
So Blizzard's
amazing.
last few years haven't been great.
Somehow, Blizzard is now worse than Bethesda.
It had slowly become clear to people. With overreach from Activision, more fiscal concern, and most of the original talent
Yeah.
having left the company, among other things.
I have a lot to say about
Maybe
this, but I'm going
Blizzard
to play.
wasn't the company it once was. And after a back-to-office mandate in 2023, even more talent is leaving. So much talent that Blizzard is now actually creating crisis maps for what content they can and can't get done. But with the acquisition from Microsoft, who's currently focusing on making good exclusives to slap on their Game
Yeah, I need a
Pass,
beer.
some fans are hopeful for change.
Eh.
But for now, the outlook on Blizzard Entertainment remains bleak.
I temper my expectations. I don't expect
And don't
much.
forget about the epic,
Don't expect much. You'll never be disappointed.
PvP vehicle game.
Ooh.
Sign up through the link in the description or comments
That
for
sounds
a big bonus.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I think we should use my link instead, though. I like that. That was a great video. Wait, what the fuck? Why'd that open up? This was by, I'm gonna link this again. This was by Big Boss. This was amazing. I'm not signed in, or else I'd give it a thumbs up. I'll do that. I'll do that on Firefox. I'm gonna link this to you guys. Watch this. Big Boss, great video. Can we get some claps in chat? This is a good video. I really like this. Posted, okay, 3 weeks ago. This was posted, so still pretty new. These final comments here on the downfall of Blizzard, and I'm going to tell you right now, I said earlier in the video, from Blizzard of the yesteryears, from software of today. And this it could take a year, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, whatever. Eventually, From Software will turn to poo-poo. I hate to sound like pessimistic, but it's true. Again, getting to that thought earlier, it's very easy to look at these game developers as names on a building, but they're comprised of people, and right now, From Software is comprised of people who have a great respect and great pride with their games. They've held the line so far on microtransactions. The most they'll do, it seems to me, is a DLC or two. and they only release games when they're really finished. And I think a lot of that comes from a lot of pride and a lot of passion for what they create. But eventually, these people will quit, they'll be fired, they'll move on, they'll die, and they'll be replaced by people who don't care as much. They'll be replaced by people who care more about, making money than they do about creating great video games. And they'll see their great reputation, and they'll see people's confidence in their games, and they'll leverage that. They'll use that as a way to farm money. Throughout this whole entire video, with all of this going on, all of this controversy after controversy, bad release after bad release, how many times have you seen them break sales records? BFA, in my opinion, terrible expansion, broke sales records. After this terrible expansion, Shadowlands broke sales records. There is a lot of money to be earned in people's confidence in your product that was built by the people who came before you. From Software right now is in stage 1, where they're very, very consistent with the games that they release, and they're building this huge community of people who just revere their games. But if you truly want to keep From Software games great, you always hold them to a quality standard. I would say don't pre-order their games. I agree with the great Total Biscuit on this. I think pre-ordering opens up the door to stuff like this, and you look at all of their releases with scrutiny. That's the only way to keep a quality standard is through the player base, through the fans, because eventually these developers will be replaced by the Bobby Koticks of the world, who don't care about quality. They just care about stockholders and making money and making money at the cost of quality. So, yeah, pay close attention to that. And you heard it here first. There will be a day where From Software starts releasing bad games, and you'll know exactly why. But yeah, I'm going to link this again. Great video here by Big Boss. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Who doesn't love a good shit show every now and then? You guys should watch it. If you enjoyed his video, I suggest you subscribe to him, like the video, leave a comment, help him out in the algorithm. Well-made video. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to SOD here. Let's get this going again. Thanks for watching that with me, you guys. I might do more reacts in the future for videos that you want to see. Maybe we might even make a channel on my Discord where you can suggest videos, and we can go from there. But I actually like doing that. It's fun. It's fun to kind of switch things up every now and then. I think what I want to do is maybe play a little bit more SOD, or maybe we'll play some hardcore mode. I'm going to go to the bathroom, though, real quick. But yeah, thanks for watching that with me. That's fun. Oh, Cutie-chan with the gifted sub redemption. Let me do this real quick. Redeeming 50k subs. Thank you. I was wondering when somebody was going to redeem that. Guys, please clap for Cutie-chan. Where's my clap? Here we go.
Please clap.
I might. So I was talking earlier. I have an alternate channel called MadSeasonShow, where I might upload reacts. I don't want to upload reacts to my main channel. I think the content is a little bit too far removed from my normal stuff. But if you guys like reaction-based content, search MadSeasonShow on YouTube, and throughout the coming days and weeks, whenever we react to a video, I'll probably go ahead and post it on there. If that style of content is up your guys' alley. Yeah, search MadSeasonShow, you'll find it. And if you want to watch some god-tier Elden Ring gameplay. Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. But we're going to continue on here with WoW. All right. Oh, sorry, Danny. Here, I'll link. I got Nightbot taking care of links. I'll link that for you here. Yeah, this video was a year ago. It's been that channel's been pretty abandoned, but I'm looking to bring it back. You guys, sub to that channel if you want to see reaction content and video game playthrough archives of what we do here on Twitch. Okay, so I think I want to do some gold farming. Actually, I was wondering, maybe are these do any of you guys need this? If you play on Crusader Strike, would you guys want some barbaric shoulders? Because I might just vendor them. Whisper bag in game. Limit 1 per customer, and I'll send them over. Oh, sorry, the AFK. Damn it, I'm always gonna forget that crap. Where am I going? Why am I going up here? I was going up here for a reason. Okay, hang on. I wanna, so probably the raw, oh, check the auction house. I'm going to look at fish. I think I want to fish for my gold farming. I think it was a raw greater sagefish was like the most expensive. They're like 35 silver each. What about just raw sagefish? 10 silver each. Where do you guys farm raw greater sagefish? You got any spots that you're willing to share? Hey, since you're talking about reaction content, is there a chance for your reaction to Frederick Knudsen down the rabbit hole? I love Frederick Knudsen's channel. I have his nuts in my mouth. I am a kind of a fanboy of Down the Rabbit Hole. I would definitely be down to reacting to a few of his videos, in fact. For sure, we could do that. I'll kind of build a library myself of stuff that I want to see, but I'll also take suggestions from you guys. You guys go Altrick Mountains, Hillsbrad, I'm seeing. Whoops. North of Hillsbrad Field, Altrek along the coast of Dalaran. Okay, it looks like most of you guys are saying Altrek, so I'll give that a go. None of you guys wanted the barbaric shoulders, right? Because I might vendor them here soon. Last call on these. Mimikyu, how are you? Yes, have I played Melee Hunter, and if so, what do you think about it? I personally have not played it, Mimikyu, although I did get the best in slot fist weapon last Nomrigan, so I probably should. But for me, my fantasy as a hunter is always ranged. I loved aim shot. I love trapping people, loading up an aim shot, and kiting people. I've always said if I'm gonna play melee, I'd probably just play a warrior. So I personally don't have a lot of experience with it. Okay, let's go to, I guess we'll go to Eltrack. Let's race the boat. STV is fine on a PvE server, rough on a PvP server. I know, right? STV is like death central. Forum Troll, thank you, man, for that tier 1 for 7 months. Appreciate it. I could probably buy a port. But the goal is to make gold right now, not spend it. What do you guys think about my plans with Mad Season Show, Bad Season Show? Would you guys watch like react videos for me? That's something you're interested in? I've been kind of on the fence about it. I know a lot of people don't like reacts, but they see it as pretty lazy content. I kind of like it though. For me, it's fun to do. It's fun to do something that doesn't take like so long to. Every video I put out, I put so much time into it, so it's kind of a nice change of pace for me to, you know, every now and then if I'm feeling lazy, I can watch somebody else's work and just commentate on it. I feel like it's fine if I'm doing both still. That's why I kind of want to put it on my second channel, because I feel like it wouldn't really be that well received on my main, because I've only ever put out edited content on my main. Would rather watch it live on stream. Yeah, I feel like it's a live thing. It's kind of like an experience, right? Like a watch party. I feel like that makes it better. Depends on the video, yeah, for sure. Videos I would be interested in would be well, most Blizzard videos, social media type videos I like too. Anything like commentary or analyses on social media I probably find interesting. Matches your vibes, says Barawana. Thanks. I'm glad you guys liked it. We'll try it. Maybe we can do like one react to stream or something, or every other stream. And people, as far as like the right to post it, people have reacted to my videos for so long. I feel like I've kind of earned a little bit of leeway, right? Let's switch it up a little bit. Not that that gives me free call to react to anybody's content for, well, I mean, you can make an argument that it's transformative, but if people don't want their videos reacted to, I'm not going to react to it. I feel pretty strongly about respecting the wishes of channels. So yeah, if they don't want it reacted to, I won't, of course. Hopefully I didn't pause too much. Have you watched any videos by Varigan on YouTube? I don't think so. Newer channel within the last year. Really great videos. I mentioned... Oh, you mentioned you're a big inspiration. Really? Wow. Well, clearly he has good taste. Varigan is his name, huh? That's cool. I inspired him, huh? That's awesome. I was inspired myself by many channels. It's nice to be on the opposite end of that. I was inspired by Hobbs. Wow, Hobbs was an inspiration. Total Biscuit was an inspiration. So that's cool. Yeah, if he's fine with that, we can load up a few of his videos. I'd be down for that. It's kind of crazy sometimes. I think about, so when I started making videos, it was 2014. So Hobbs had made his first, like channels like Hobbs had made their first videos at, I think 2007 when BC came out. So by the time I made my first video, one of my big inspirations, Hobbs, had been doing it for 7 years. In 2024, in November, I'll have done it for 10 years. It kind of makes me feel old, not gonna lie. Fillion, I don't think I've seen Fillion. That does not sound familiar to me off the top of my head. I watched a stream where Guzu reacted to your video. Yeah, Guzu's has watched quite a few of my videos. Yeah, Guzu's watched my videos. Asmongold, of course. Savix, I believe. Ozaru started watching my videos recently. Love all those channels. You guys should watch them. Hey guys, Hobbs here. And this is the Hobbs way of pulling. I wonder if I took some of my intro from Hobbs. So, hey guys, Hobbs here. So I'm, hey guys, what's up, Mad Season here, right? There's some similarities there. Yeah, you can probably tell. And also just the kind of calm demeanor, I suppose. Hobbs is a very, very calm demeanor person in his WoW videos. I learned your voice spectrum in a software to mimic it in German. Okay, Alterac. Well, luckily we're pretty close already. You guys say like right here, huh? Give it a go. Not sure how it'll go. Let's see here. I think the level 200 on New Game Plus is too high for Elden Ring DLC. I'm not too familiar with the levels in Elden Ring. However, I have heard that they're setting up the DLC in such a way that you can't overlevel it. Can I get any backup on that? I'm not sure if that's actually true, but I feel like I heard that. So I don't think you'll run into that issue, Cena. We could do some Elden Ring tonight if you guys want.
Hello. See you around.
Maybe after some fiashin. This character's pretty much ready for phase 3. I said, you know, I feel good, pretty good about my gold. Bags are cleared. I would like more gold, I guess. It never hurts, but other than that, like I don't think I'm gonna stock up on profession mats or anything. I said that the leveling system will be different for the DLC. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I heard. Hey, what's up, Grindrod? How's it going, man? That was a cool video. I like that. I might have to look at Big Boss's other stuff. Kind of poor, but got 700 winter squid in my bank. Oh, nice, Cunning. 700 on my server. Well, they're going for about a gold each. I think they're going to go higher, though, so... You probably get way more than that. Easily your epic mount training. You hold... my plan, if you're curious, is... I'm going to hold on to them until... the level 60 phase release, phase 4, I guess, and people really start getting into raiding. I feel like people will take raiding more seriously in that phase, and therefore the demand will increase by quite a bit. Add-on for flight time is called Leatrix Plus. Baboosh. I'm out of Dark Souls 1 and 3 over Elden Ring. I actually hear there's a really cool Dark Souls 3 mod that they released. I've been tempted to play it, but I haven't actually beaten Dark Souls 3 yet, so I feel like I should do that first. I might do depending on how this Naked Wretch challenge goes for Elden Ring, I might do Dark Souls 3 as a Naked level 1 Wretch as well. But that's only if like I'm able to complete this Elden Ring one. Yeah, fishing's awesome in WoW. I love fishing in this game. It's very relaxing. It makes for fun streams too, actually. They're more interactive than normal. Started Dark Souls Remastered, pretty fun stuff. I know that they have remastered them, I think a couple of times actually. I feel if From Software just wants to print money, they should do a remake of Dark Souls 1. Not that they're like desperate and they're incapable of creating compelling new games like Elden Ring or Sekiro, for instance. I heard Armored Core is also good. Armored Core 6, rather. But I think people would go absolutely crazy over a Dark Souls 1 remake. Like a true remake, like how Resident Evil, like the RE2 remake, where they just completely remade the game in a lot of ways. Like new story elements, maybe new areas, new combat system, engine and stuff. I would probably play it. I feel like, you guys may hate me for this. I love Dark Souls 1, but I feel like at this point it's kind of showing its age. After like being able to jump in Elden Ring and doing jumping attacks, or jumping to avoid attacks. I've been very vocal about this in Sekiro as well. I feel like we have a friend. Are you fishing too? Or is he just adventuring? Here's a greater sagefish. I wonder if we need a lure for this, because I did not bring any lures. Oh, does this turn off the music? Why? Oh, I don't like that. Hang on, hang on. That has to change. This is fishing something. What add-on is this? Hey, what's up, Killer Bees? How's it going, man? This is too jarring. The turning off of the music for the fishing. I don't like this. Oh, is there a lot of competition at this spot? Yeah, I'm expected to be PvP. Here, let's see, fishing. Format fix. It's called like Fishing Buddy or something. Do we have a mini-map button? Oh god, I have to figure out what this fishing add-on is. Better Fishing /BF. Where's the don't mute the music when I cast button? Really? These are all the add-ons? Okay, well this is not Better Fishing to me. Get rid of this crap. What the hell? I could just play like Ironforge music right now, but I want to listen to the Hillsbrad music. It's alright. Hey, Bakyatek. I did actually, overall, for the most part. I guess my only complaint is that they're homogenizing the weapon skill and priest racials. I'm not too much of a fan of that. I think that out of all the things, out of all the reasons why people play vanilla, I think most will agree is that it has a lot of charm. And I think the racials are a big part of the charm with the game. So I personally would prefer if they'd left that untouched. But aside from that, I think what they've come up with looks pretty interesting and cool, and I'm pretty excited about it. Damn it, I was going to say something, but I forgot. I got interrupted by the add-on poop. Yeah, the music in this game is fantastic, if you ask me. Very atmospheric. One of the best soundtracks ever. Sometimes I'll just listen to the WoW soundtrack while editing or something, if I'm in the mood. I like the WoW soundtrack. I like the Dark Souls soundtrack. Dark Souls 2 soundtrack, like Majula. I like a lot of old games. Donkey Kong Country 2 had one of the best soundtracks of all time. Final Fantasy, of course. All my old RPGs, Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger. Should share with you guys my playlist someday. How much gold are you aiming for next phase? I guess I don't really have a number. For phase 4, I would probably want to try to get around 900 for the mount, epic mount training. Although since they reduced the mount training for level 40 mounts, I'm sure they're going to do the same for the level 60 mounts, so probably be like 500 or something. Silent Hill 2 soundtrack is really good. I recommend it. Silent Hill 2 in general is amazing, and I believe they're remaking that, right? And that is going to be WoW might have to be on break for a little bit once Silent Hill 2 remake comes out. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because that game is a masterpiece. One of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion. I was also disappointed PT got canceled. You guys remember PT, playable trailer? Kojima's baby. I was very much looking forward to that game too. It was very Silent Hill-esque. Yeah, I've been a very big fan of, I think there's been a lot of good remakes recently. Most notably, like, I guess it's not recent anymore, but RE2 remake was awesome. I loved RE4 remake, despite the fact that it had Capcom microtransactions. Obviously, I've been, for the most part, happy with the vanilla remakes, right? There's been some caveats here and there. Told you so, by the way. I personally, I see Tormar saying that I don't get the fuzz about Kojima, couldn't get myself to like Metal Gear. I personally have, to make it clear here, I'm a fake Kojima fan. I've only beaten Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. I haven't been hardcore into the Metal Gear series. I like it, but I'm not like a super fan of it. I appreciate it for, it has a very big emphasis on story. And it is a series that I do want to tackle eventually, but I'm one of those nerds who thinks that video games are art. So I kind of like Metal Gear Solid based upon that, or based off of that, because there's a lot of artistic direction within the series for my limited experience with 2. Although I played it pretty young, and as a lot of it probably went over my head. I just remember like being naked all of a sudden. Yeah, I bet you there's a lot of competition for these, a lot of fishermen. Yeah, video games are art, absolutely. I feel like video games they're more effective into delivering messages to people because they're interactive. Unlike like a movie or a TV show, which are certainly mediums of art. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they're not. But with TV shows and movies, you kind of just sit back and watch them. And with movies, you know, you only have like a few hours, which is a pretty limited amount of time. But with video games, you know, you're a part of the story, and in a lot of cases you actually have a say in the fate of the characters and their world. You're much more invested in video games, and I think because of that, they're more effective generally than TV shows and movies in influencing people and delivering powerful messages. It's one of the reasons why I like the Souls, like From Software games, Soul series so much, with the story and narrative of Dark Souls, the Age of Fire, and Darkness. You can make a lot of comparisons to life and death, the impermanence of life, the Age of Man, the Age of Fire. Sekiro has a lot with Rebirth and stuff. You'll see a lot of this in my next video, my Sekiro review. I mentioned this. So yeah, I'm a very big believer in that. And aside from that, even if you don't take it that seriously, you just have fun games to play, right? And that itself is an art form. Just creating a fun experience. Just think about it, like games ultimately are ones and zeros. How do you manipulate ones and zeros in such a way to captivate as many people as like WoW has captivated? I think I find it hard to believe that itself isn't an art form. It's very nerdy and probably boring for a lot of people, but yeah. You're looking at a bunch of ones and zeros right now. How much of a master do you have to be to manipulate it in such a way that you're able to sell 12 million copies? I gotta, it's part of one of the reasons why I nerd rage about like microtransactions a lot, because I sort of like revere vanilla WoW, and maybe that's a mistake on my end. Maybe I'm too emotionally invested into it, but I hate seeing it bastardized with WoW tokens and level boosts. It kind of makes me mad, which is why you guys see like 1-hour videos talking about why level boosts are bad for the game. Part of it, I think they're just bad for the game, first off, but part of that is just, I think it's, I don't know, it's almost like, this is sound extremely nerdy, but almost like disrespectful to something that holds a lot of beauty to me. I think maybe there's too much competition here. What other spots did you guys say for this? Aside from Alterac, we might visit it. This is a good spot, but once there's a few people here, it's not. Well, I wonder if we can just fish them out in the open water. Let's see what the catch rate is in the open water here. Yeah, it makes me MadSeasonShow. Bristle Whisker. These don't sell for anything. Mighty Brand says that games are an art form that makes it a lot easier for indies to find their audience than most others too. Yeah, absolutely. You have Steam to thank a lot for that too. Steam has been extremely supportive to indie game devs, getting their names out there, getting their products visible. It's a very mutually beneficial arrangement. So there are amazing indie games out there. I feel like the indie game dev scene has really kind of saved the industry in a lot of ways. Not only just through the games that they've created, but I feel like a lot of AAA games are influenced by indies. Like Minecraft was an indie game. Minecraft also happened to be, as far as I know, the first open world survival crafter. How many AAA video game developers have made those, right? Absolutely, Bran. Yeah, indie game. Shoutouts to indie game devs. I told you guys a few streams ago, so I'm trying to bust into the review scene on YouTube. I want to dedicate a series solely for indie games. I want to be a part of that movement. I want to show my support, get my favorite indie games out there, and grow the scene, and hopefully introduce to you guys to some cool games at the same time. Yeah, WoW made by a small indie game dev. Yeah, true. Stardew Valley, yeah, I can only say I've heard that. I do have it, but I've never played it. I think I got it as a gift, but I hear Stardew Valley is amazing. That's on the to-do list. I guess you could say maybe Diablo was, in a way, because it was Breivik's baby, and Condor was indie until it was picked up by Blizzard. But what Diablo was based off of, Angband, was most certainly indie. I think one guy made it. I think one guy made all of Angband. The inspiration. For Diablo. Bobares, thank you for the prime. Chris good as well, thank you, man. No, it doesn't look like you get the raw sagefish from the open water here, unless I'm extremely unlucky. I personally haven't, Real Nito. I've not played Nox. ARPGs I played is Diablo, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Path of Exile. I played Torchlight 1 and 2. I played a little bit of Grim Dawn. Did not beat it. Do you count V Rising as an ARPG? It's kind of a hybrid. I played that one too. Papa, thank you for stopping by. You take care of yourself. My pleasure. I have not played Diablo 2 Resurrected, saying that. Yeah. I think what we'll do now, this will be a good place to log out. I think what we'll do now, my dear viewers, I think I want to do a little bit of Elden Ring. So we're doing a challenge in Elden Ring. Yeah, we've done like 3 hours of WoW, 4 hours. Wait, how long? How long have we been streaming? 320? We've done over 3 hours of WoW. I guess maybe a lot of that was a react, but... So we're doing a challenge in Elden Ring. We've been talking about From Software, so maybe let's play a From Software game. Level 1 WRETCH challenge. We are going to try to defeat every single boss in the game as a level 1 WRETCH. We've defeated like 4 or 5 so far. Obviously, we're just starting off, so it's going to start off easy, but I'm doing this purely for my own entertainment, and I might also make a video about it. But yeah, I've been kind of fiending for some Elden Ring. Cena, you take care. Thank you for stopping by. You too. I'm gonna get my controller real quick. I'll be right back. I'm not sure. How many bosses there are in Elden Ring. I think we've killed like 5 so far. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go from boss to boss. Here. Oh, poop. I lost my audio. Hang on, I know exactly why this is happening. It's because I plugged in... Well, actually, you know what? Screw the PlayStation. I'm going to go get my Xbox controller because it doesn't do this crap. Here, sorry. Give me a moment, you guys. Okay. In Zio, thank you for the prime. Or is it in Shio? Thank you regardless. Yeah, the PlayStation controller has like a built-in microphone or something, so whenever I plug it in, it screws up. It like changes my default devices. It's annoying. Okay, let me load it up. And I also have to change my info on Twitch, right? So this game gets a DLC in a month or so. The goal is to defeat it, complete this challenge before then. Let's make some good progress tonight. Alright. I also have a spreadsheet of the bosses I need to kill. Continue.